welcome to our little podcast, listener, where we share one of our D&D sessions with you set in a homebrew fantasy world. The players who are a part of this session are Reitersul, the Dungeon Master, MusicSquid, playing as Pséftis Morfi, or Seth, Anistray, or Ambi, playing as Evetta Flintsworth, Queenie, playing as Zara Irving, and Snow, or David, playing as Dag. These sessions are taken over voice chat and may or may not feature any concrete visuals for every scenario, but Roll20 and D&D Beyond will be shown when they become relevant throughout the session. Whether you're a tank, a healer, or a damage dealer, we hope you'll enjoy our antics. Let's begin.
So, a lot happened last session. What happened last session? Is my question. No.
There's a lot.
Okay. Leveland Manor. Wow, I forgot that was last session.
Yeah, it was pretty far.
You guys had made it to Leveland Manor after days and a half worth trip on horseback. On your way there, encountered a couple roadblocks, a couple bumps in the road, but nothing too serious, nothing your party couldn't handle, and you made it to the Leveland Acre, the vineyard that the Levelands apparently own. Trotting past workers, farmers, servants, guards, made it to the front gates, and as it opened, were immediately greeted by very pristine, posh interior, complimented by a very posh secretary, stewardess, whatever.
The accordion.
The accordion horse. Yes. Quick change of clothes that not everyone really wanted to do. You eventually met Wendell, Leveland himself. He came off very casual, a complete juxtaposition to how the painting looked, and he offered everyone a wine tasting session, and it was not good. Wine tasted nothing like wine. It had like a cardboard taste, no flavor, kind of rotten. But that's not why you guys were there. You guys were there to speak with a certain Voltus, a fugitive from Carmeli, constantly dashing about, it seems, just dragging the knights behind him. He sounded unavailable, but Wendell said he could grab a hold of him. So you guys passed the time in the library, where Zara learned more about the geography. Seth tried to glean some history, but it was all from the perspective of the winners, so he couldn't get much. And Evetta had found a book relating to what seemed to be a certain adventurous artificer who was planning on making some grand weapon.
Which I promptly stole.
Which, yes, Seth promptly stole. The name of this artificer being G. Aldenheim. Eventually you get your meeting with Voltus, and he is pretty much the exact opposite of the personality you originally saw at Rosenbach's. He was very closed, both in his words and his body language, and very clearly was lying through his teeth. As much as Seth tried to convince him, it seemed like it didn't go through. And not much information was also gleaned from Voltus himself. And so you all left the meeting, and eventually you left the manor as well, where you were greeted once again by Voltus himself, who now, no longer being in the presence of Wendell, revealed a lot more information, revealed that he's just more of a neutral party, a neutral arms dealer, and that he was apparently working for the real Wendell. And he also had a bracelet belonging to one of Seth's old friends, which Seth promptly took. And on your way back, away from Leveland Manor, back to Hradinfaar, you stumbled onto Remington with his patrol of guards. He seemed to urgently need you, warned you of an invasion that was happening, and he urged you all to investigate the invasion site while he went back to Hradinfaar and evacuated everyone. And, well, you didn't get to the site, but it was clear what was happening. A lot of boats, a lot of explosions. A really big explosion happened. Some on-keg fights, a non-threatening mountain rider fight. No one needed to get close and realize, yeah, this is not a good idea. And, well, booked it back to Hradinfaar, urging everyone to evacuate. You all took a very quick rest, packed up your things, and immediately headed out as soon as morning hit. Heading just away from the invasion site towards the direction of Daeston, where you all saw a fleet of flying creatures heading in the direction of Hradinfaar. And as you all made the sizable distance away from Hradinfaar, miles distance, you all would eventually hear and see small flashes and very silent booms in the direction of Hradinfaar. That was all in the past. And then Seth turned into Grant.
His bones just
using-
snapped left and right, and all of a sudden he's now old man.
I don't need those bones.
Oh.
Don't need those bones. Using Grant's old passport document
And Grant's
And-
old face.
and Seth's old and Grant's old face, you all were able to walk into Daeston without issue. A slight hiccup. The guard noticed that Grant was carrying more people than what was outlined on the document, but he didn't really fight. He took Grant's word. You all made it into Daeston, and a flood of mixed memories hitting Evetta. She immediately looked for her friend Harvin. Sort of dashing through streets, dashing through this slum-like area. You all eventually arrive at a tavern called the Fellwater Tavern. And inside, of course, Evetta being the first one to arrive, you see about 4 tables and then a bar. Some stairs to the left, and you see a second floor and the kind of like balcony second floor area with a railing. There's a single chandelier hanging. Looks like it's a really cheap chandelier. And there's candles that dot the walls over the tables. It's a kind of small tavern. Oh, I actually don't remember what time it was when we left off. Evening? Morning?
I think we arrived in the morning.
Yeah, I think it's
Arrived in the
morning
morning?
time.
Okay. Then you arrive at the tavern, and there is just one person in there, the bartender, cleaning a mug, seems like. And he's going in and out of a door behind him. Eventually, you all arrive in the tavern as well. Your horses are parked outside. What do you guys do?
I thought Harvin was in there.
Not anymore.
Is where you left off was where like he was asleep at the bar.
Yeah, because I thought it was evening.
Well, crap.
So, yeah. He's not here anymore.
Well, then where could he be? Shoot.
Is there a restroom? This is
Oh,
Grant.
yeah, just go down this hallway. And the bartender points over.
Oh, no. I'm not asking a bartender. I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm trying to be inconspicuous. I'm trying to huddle around the party and not be noticed by anybody in the tavern. I'm asking Evetta.
Oh, okay.
Shoot.
Because I
I
don't
thought Harvin
need...
was there. That's what I was going to use to get us
Yeah.
in, but no, that's not going to work now.
I'm not going to ask a bartender, hey, where's the bathroom, and then come out as a different person. I'm trying to remain hidden until I emerge.
Can we make it evening? No. Dang.
How many patrons are in the bar?
Yeah, how many people are in the bar? Or in the tavern?
One, the bartender.
It's just a bartender? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm gonna wait until everybody else sort of like wanders in, and I'm gonna like have Evetta like distract the bartender, just like make small talk or something, because I'm small now. And I'm just gonna find my way into a corridor or a room or a bathroom or something.
I see. Yeah, Evetta walks in. She carefully walks in this time because she doesn't really want to arouse like any like, sort of too much noise or anything. She just walks right up to the bartender and just asks about the whereabouts of a red dragonborn, if he's ever seen one wandering around.
He's cleaning his the bartender's cleaning away. He says, you have a name for him? There's a lot of red dragon ones on here.
How about Harvin?
He just left. He just left.
That's
Said he had some errands to run.
I see. Well, thank you for your time.
Neat.
How does Evetta look when she's receiving this news? Does she look as flustered as you sound?
Yes. Yes. If Anna tries to gesture everybody in just to take a seat or something.
Yeah, Zara and Dag just standing at the door.
No, we're just standing. Yeah, we're just standing at the door.
Come on in, come on in.
All right.
All right. Well, all right.
I'm
You
sure
guys sit
everyone
down.
is hungry.
Where are we
The
sitting?
bartenders takes a minute on the mark. Right. Hold on. I'll be with you in just a moment. You guys sit down.
All right, Seth, now's your chance to go.
Is the bartender not here?
You see, he looks like he cleans a mug and then he puts it down. You see him pick up about like 7 or 8 mugs and he walks in the back.
Okay.
He there's a door behind him. He opens it, and then he walks back there. You can hear like clinking. Then yeah, it seems like you have like about a minute or two to to do whatever.
I was saying this only takes a few seconds.
To kill it.
All right, think fast. Do you want to speak to me as Seth, or do you want to speak to me as the
By the way.
person I was before Seth?
By the way, Seth, real quick, Seth.
Huh?
As you enter Daeston, sorry, we're gonna rewind a bit. As you enter Daeston, Evetta and Seth, you guys feel this. Actually, everyone but Dag
Okay.
feels a sudden.
Poor sweet Dag.
Everyone but Dag feels a sudden fatigue run through their body. This sort
Huh.
of force, like, weird force, like feeling just pushed through your body. Seth, you suffer a point of exhaustion.
What?
Oh. Oh
Yeah, you
no.
feel nothing.
Cool. D&D 5e's best mechanic, exhaustion points.
Oh,
Oh no.
shoot.
Yeah, you feel
Okay.
something, and you look down. You feel your magic weak.
Oh.
That's
You guys,
deeply
yeah, you guys
unfortunate.
see for a
Well,
moment
nice.
Grant just on the ground, just kind of like panting, as a sudden,
Huh.
like something stripped your energy out of you.
Huh. All right.
Interesting.
Well, I no longer want to be here, both as a character and meta-wise.
If it reaches
All right.
down and tries to keep
Yeah. Are we?
Grant up. It's okay, old man. We're almost there. Hang on.
Can we see you?
You know, this is great. It's all playing into the fact that I'm an old man.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Here. Grant. Let me escort you to the back room. Here.
Grandpa.
Sant. Gref.
All right, so that happened when we entered the city.
Yeah, when you entered the city. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, a point of exhaustion. All right, I didn't want to have fun anyway. All right, so then once we're in the tavern, yeah, I will sort of ask that question, be like, who do you want to talk to me as? And I'll sort of elaborate and say, ironically, this might be the safest place for a fugitive for Carmeli to be, so I don't like really feel like I need to be Seth. Which, DM, would you say that's accurate? I feel like this is the one place where, you know, if you're
Is
hiding
that
from
the
Carmeli.
question that Seth asks Evetta?
I just sort of say it out loud, yeah. I'm just sort of like, yeah, I feel like.
Evetta is
there's
like,
any-
shh, Chris, no, stop. Just be Seth.
What?
Please.
Was it the C? Was
Just
it the
be
C word?
Seth.
Just be Seth?
Just be Seth, please.
Okay. He sort of like gives you this sideways look like all right. And then
Evetta's just like panicking a bit.
why would it as I'm speaking to you, I begin to morph and change. And you can see like my hair rearrange itself, and my skin sort of slough up, and there's like a point where this Play-Doh monster is like, why would it matter?
Evetta just like
then-
looks away for a second as you're changing. It's like,
And you can hear the
like,
Well, I
voice
guess yeah. I'm also like
Just a moment.
I'm also physically changing my clothes because I don't have time to like go and hide anywhere. and Grant's clothes don't fit Seth.
Zara's spinning around.
It's easy because they're robes, so it's just pop off the top, throw them back on. It's like a big nightgown.
And what's Dag doing during this? Is he just full
Zara's
staring?
just watching.
Dag is just kind of like zoning out. Doesn't even realize, kind of.
That's
It's like, we're just waiting on that food.
Oh man, I'm starving.
So,
Don't
yeah,
worry,
so,
Jack. We'll get you an extra bundle of bananas to make up for you this.
All right.
Seth will sort of ask Evetta, like, why would it matter here, of all places, if I was Seth or not, out of curiosity? One would think that, I mean, it's not like the Carmelis are talking to the Daestonites.
Well, for one thing, it'd be easier for all of us.
I guess, yeah. At this point, I've, like, fully resumed, like, Sethness.
Yeah.
Zoom.
All right.
And of course, Evetta is not. Oh,
So the bartender walks up to you guys. He has like a little sheet of paper and with some crude pencil. All right. Well, what can I get y'all? And he takes your order. This is easier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
For the food.
I want crepes.
You might have. You want birds? You want crepes? He takes your order. He gives a nod. You hear the door open, and you see about two people walk in, kind of like aprons. One of them comes. They kind of look like these look like the chefs, basically. As they walk in, you see like one of them yawns. The bartender, you hear him say like, "Oh, perfect timing." You can see them go and disappear into the back. Another few minutes of downtime for you guys to talk.
So the-
So Evetta takes this moment to actually investigate the surroundings of the tavern, like the interior of the tavern,
Okay.
and see if there's any sort of like bulletin board or anything. To see if she sees of any, anything of interest.
All right. She. You look around. There's nothing inside the tavern. No.
Okay.
So what was...
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask Evetta, so maybe could have mentioned the forcible rejection of magical entities when they entered the town. That would have been good to know, I think. Whatever is
Honestly?
currently making me feel like absolute ass right now.
I actually did not know about this, so I deeply apologize for anyone who's affected. But this is new.
Does anybody look as bad as I feel?
Whenever you all first entered the city, well, you all hit you pretty bad except for Dag. But Evetta and Zara seem to recover decently well.
Yeah. It appears to be linked to like how much arcane magic somebody taps into, I'm guessing.
That's what you glean, yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Any thoughts about that, Zara?
Why did you just in the
Because this is
corner
new to
saying, huh?
me.
Dag is just like,
Food.
all right, you're
So
No.
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I should probably get this out of the way. Seth,
Hmm.
I do want to apologize to you for lying back there in Hradinfaar. When I said that I kept in contact with a friend in Daeston, that was a complete lie. I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't call me out for it, because I honestly hadn't talked to anyone here since I left almost a year ago. So I had no idea any of this was happening.
That looks, he has like this smirk on his face, like he's proud of you almost. And he just sort of like leans forward in the booth and he's like, I don't think I can point any fingers as far as keeping secrets is concerned.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I just, I didn't want you, or I didn't want anyone here to think that I was some kind of spy keeping tabs on, the Scorch King's progress or anything. Because no one told me anything about this.
No offense, Evetta, but you're either an incredibly good spy or not a very good one at all.
Yeah, I will lean on being the bad one, I guess.
Oh, but you're very good at everything else I've seen. Don't worry. So, this friend, Harvin, he's the one that you're looking for?
I was. Not even sure if I should talk to him now, but
Well, he might be able to give us an idea of what's going on in this city. Admittedly, I thought coming here would give us some answers, but it's only raised a few more questions.
oh, yes. Evetta
Alright,
has this look of confusion and disappointment.
The bartender comes back. He has a big plate of all your guys' food, and he hands them out. You guys eat.
Right.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
Dag is just a plate of bananas.
Nice.
Great.
But you guys get your food and your drinks. You guys are stuffed. After you guys are finished, the bartender comes back and says, all right, that'll run you all about 4 silver.
In total?
4 silver.
Each?
Yeah, in total.
Okay.
I'll pay for everyone.
I can.
No,
Oh,
Alright.
I'll pay for
I'll-
mine.
I'll pay for mine.
Zara?
I was gonna pay for everybody's, but someone beat me to it.
I like the idea. All 3 of us reach for the bill, and Dax
Yeah.
just like, thanks.
Yeah, Dag is just silent, bro.
The free meal, I'll take it.
Dax halfway through his 8th banana. Like,
All right, so who's contributing? So Dag is like free meal. So who's contributing?
I'll pay
what?
for
So who's
Dag.
paying like the 2 silver?
I'll pay for Dag. How much? Huh.
So it's a silver each, since there's 4 of us.
How many golds? Like how many
No.
silver is per gold?
No, Dag, you're not. You didn't pay for your meal. So
10
Zara's
silver's
paying
1
for you.
gold.
Okay. Okay, I'll pay for Dag's
Okay.
in mine.
So that's
Okay.
1
Actually-
silver.
I'll put 4 silvers on the table.
Oh,
Okay. So that's 1
Okay.
silver from Evetta and Seth, and that's 4 from Zara. As the bartender,
Yeah,
as the bartender,
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
tip.
as the
that's it, we got a
bartender, as the bartender takes the silver, he counts it, and he looks, and then he shoots a glance at the table, and he grabs 2 silver and slams it down on the desk, and then walks away, or slams it down on the table, and then
Bruh.
walks away.
Do they not accept tips in
Oh
Daeston?
my
I
god.
look at
they don't
Evetta.
no, everyone has a manageable wage.
Huh.
I think.
Interesting.
Where are you?
Yeah, that's right. All right,
Evetta
you
takes the
guys-
silver back.
I guess I take my silver back.
But no, you guys are stuffed. About an hour passed. Harvin did not come through at all.
Do you know
Hmm.
where Harvin usually haunts during the day?
No, I don't. I'm usually in a separate part of town during the daytime.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, bless
Sorry.
him.
Okay.
Was that the chef?
Does Daeston have anything against Fey creatures in particular, like elves, being that the Carmeli is primarily run by elves?
Yes.
Ah,
It is honestly a
Ah.
good thing none of you are elves here. Because I'm not
suppose it's
sure
a-
if we'd actually be able to get through the door.
then it is a good thing that I am still Seth.
Oh.
What?
I
I bet it's a
lived
little
as.
confused.
I'll explain. I lived as an elf for 30-ish years in Carmeli before I left and became. And then he just gestures towards himself. Being elven
Dun, dun,
in
dun.
Carmeli, has certain advantages.
Evetta stares at Seth with this like
Oh.
confused, dumbfounded expression. What do you mean
What's he
you were?
doing here? Oh,
What?
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just thinking out loud. Sorry.
Wait, so what?
Is the bartender looking at us?
Is that the bartender?
Well, you guys, yeah, he's shooting you guys a couple glances here and there. He's at the bar. You guys are at like a far table.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hopefully
we
not
angled-
too loud.
I guess I don't know. What I want to, I'm trying not
Oh,
to
you
say
know
the
what?
C word too loud.
You know what, guys? Freehand. All right, so this is the bar. Why am I red? Well, and here's the tables. So, Evetta
yes,
is on the table.
Evetta encompasses the one table. Oh, okay.
I mean, do you even gotta ask, guys? We know who the bartender is. Bam.
Of course.
All right.
Of course. He's looking in our direction.
All right.
Of course.
He is just looking right at your guys' direction. No.
Hmm.
But he seems to be mostly just leaning over the bar, sort of looking straight ahead. Sometimes shooting you guys a glance, but not.
Okay. Well, no, this is the way that you have us set up is actually perfect. I'm gonna angle one of my hands sort of like in front of my chest. That way, like, because my back is to the bartender, he can't see my hand at all.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna say, watch closely. And then it shifts from a human hand to a hoof to a dwarven hand to a
What?
tentacle to a
Please
claw.
Stop! No, don't stop that!
back to my regular hand.
No more arcane magic. Stop!
It's not. And I'm just gonna say very quietly, it's not magic.
Wait,
Huh.
what?
That's all me. And I put my hand back like in my pocket.
Mr. DM,
Was that sound you raising your mechanical
Nope.
arm?
yeah, I think so. Anyways, Mr. DM,
Zara standing up in her armor, just completely. What the fuck?
Yes. Yes,
so
Zara.
I'm guessing, are there like a lot of races where I was in the old world, or like is it predominantly?
Sure.
Okay, so which one is it?
Which one?
I said, is it like predominantly like multiple races, or like just or like humans?
Well, in the city, the center, the district where you often were, it was mostly humanoid races, but it was populated by multiple races.
Okay.
You saw a couple of different ones here and there.
Got it. So Zara's unbothered.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, even amongst the like non-human races, what Seth is still pretty like not common, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Like Evetta's just shocked. She has no words. She doesn't
Zach's
even
thoughts?
know what you are.
I think that's cool.
I was gonna say, after I'm done doing like the magical hand shape shifting, I'm just gonna look at Dag and be like, I thought your tail was pretty red.
Then Dag's brain, he's like, you can do that too?
Seth just sort of shrugs.
I
But
have
no,
so many questions for you, Seth. That's not magic?
no, it's not
Well, then
magic. That's just me. I'm a changeling.
What do you mean, changeling?
Do I need to do the hand thing again?
No. Evetta's
a
hands are on her forehead, like, what?
I'm kind of staring at her hands, like, how many levels of changeling are you on, my dude? 4 or 5, bro. No, I'll say I'm a fey creature, like an elf, but much more interesting. And he'll smile when he says the last part. I can get more into detail at a time. I mean, or I don't know how pressed for time we are. Seth says, sort of like looking over his shoulder as we're sitting around at like 11 o'clock for brunch. I don't know exactly how pressed for time we are, so you can, dictate however many questions you like. But no, I was raised as an elf, growing up at the academies, and I'll say the academies part sort of hushed. And when I fled, it made sense to no longer be me, which is why I am much, much better at hiding than an idiot like Voltus.
Evetta's still just so dumbfounded.
Come on, grab the cash. Gotta come in a couple minutes. All right. As you hear from behind the bar, you see moments later, one of the chefs comes out with kind of like a small chest, puts it on the bar, and then the bartender takes it and faces it towards the door.
What's that about?
Yeah, do I see
that?
what's like in the chest?
No, chest is closed.
Is that another Daeston thing, like not accepting tips?
Yeah. Bring out chest.
What is that?
How long has it been you said since you were here, Evetta?
I have not been here for almost a year. But who is making that noise?
Oh, sorry, that's
Zara
me.
just shifting.
That's literally me just moving my
It's her
mic.
armor,
Sorry.
Sorry, you're so fidgety.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad, guys. New environment.
That chainmail, though.
The new environment. It's making me a little scared.
Well, I don't know what to do but to have a good time. And Seth stands up and walks over to the bar.
All right.
What's this
I'll
for?
join him.
I point at the chest and I ask the bartender.
He, as you approach, he puts his arm over the chest and drops his hand over like the lock in front of the chest. Bartender sort of scans you, kind of looks you up and down before he dryly responds, "It's just business."
I pull out a gold coin. And I go, "Are you accepting donations?"
Nah.
All's well then. I'll sort of tuck it away. I'll be like, interesting town. And I'll go and sit back down.
Yeah, much more dry than Hradinfaar. Anywhere else you've been, actually. But you guys...
Did you glean anything from him?
Evetta, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how much I'm enjoying your hometown so far.
Indeed.
I kind of like it. It's charming.
Yes. If being punched in the gut repeatedly is charming.
Well, you never know. I guess I should actually show you the other districts at some point.
You mentioned that I shouldn't be doing magic. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, somebody was to do arcane magic in Daeston. What would happen?
You are dead. Evetta says it plain and dry. You are dead.
Are they're able to find out, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Huh.
For the most part, yes.
That might be problematic. But who knows? Maybe we won't get into any fights while we're here. Not with such charming gentlemen around. And I point back at the bartender. If all the locals are as cheerful and forthcoming as that young man, then I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right.
Hmm.
A couple minutes of you guys just sitting here. Eventually, the tavern doors open, and you see a hooded figure walk in, wearing sort of gray robes. A gray robes is sort of more white trim, and a sort of like a brown rope tied around their waist. He has his robe. He has his hands interlocked, so the robe sleeves are you meet and they cover each other. You see a large necklace hanging from his neck. You all see an eye, a closed eye that's bleeding Evetta, you recognize it as an orc list.
Ah.
You see right behind 2 monks. They're wearing brown robes, similar position, with the interlocking hands, robes meeting each other. They have like these headbands, a 4-pointed star right in the center of it. Evetta, you recognize it as 4-star monks. They walk through, and as they walk through, you see a very heavy-looking knight right behind them. He's carrying a large shield and has a sheath sword to his side. Armored head to toe. You guys saw this knight. You guys saw these knights pass by you as you guys came here on like a patrol, where one of them where it looks like they were mingling with a scorching empire knight. You guys saw the same knight, these same looking knights, whenever you guys entered Daeston as border guards. Evetta, you obviously recognize it as a Dawn Legion member. But the rest of you also glean that it's a guard of some kind.
Okay.
You see them walk in. You see as they walk in, the orc list sort of does a double take at your guys' table. And for a moment, he stops and just stares at the table.
Evetta looks away. No.
The orc list moves his attention back to the bartender, and the monks and the guard orc list, they move past you guys. You guys watch as the orc list opens up the chest, and it looks like the small chest. And you guys look. It looks like it's about 2 to 3 bags that are tied, and they have like lumps in the around the bag. It looks like bags of coin. As the oraclist picks them up, he hands them over to the monks, and you hear them jingle. So yeah, they're definitely coins. It looks like they came here to collect some kind of money, and that was it. They walk out. Bartender closes the chest and puts it underneath the bar and goes back to doing whatever he was doing.
Some sort of protection racket they've got going on? Who were those people?
I'm getting deja
Those
vu.
are most likely the taxmen.
Huh.
Tax
Oh no.
man.
Dag's got something against taxes.
Taxes.
Oh yeah, Dag. Fight the system, man.
All right.
I didn't like the way that dude with the bleeding eyeball was looking at us. That seemed not great.
I'm honestly not sure what to make of it either.
So does Harvin frequent this tavern? Should we just stick around all day? We might get on Grumpy Pants' nerves if we do that without buying more stuff. Maybe we should go make a day of it and then come back.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Okay. Any more questions before we leave?
Nope.
Maybe later,
Okay.
when we're not in such a public space.
Yeah, I suppose. You sort of get the idea that Seth is so used to hiding, he doesn't really care about like how much he'll sort of like openly discuss things because he always has a contingency to fall back on, and so he's a little bit more laissez-faire about like what he discusses in front of people. But yeah, let's go then. Let's go show us your hometown, Evetta. Let's go see what the horrible autocrats have turned it into.
So, you guys pick up and leave the tavern. As you walk out the tavern, you enter to be some sort of thoroughfare. It looks like.
Is there a bulletin board? Evetta wants to make sure of something.
Okay. There is a bulletin board right outside the tavern.
Okay. So Evetta will approach it and scan it for something specific, like maybe a poster, maybe some propaganda.
And you all follow, I assume, Evetta.
Yeah.
Yep.
You all look at this bulletin board, and the first thing that catches your eye is a paper stamped right front and center that says, do you feel like the world has lost its light? Do you feel that you've lost your your way. Then head to First Ward, a 4-star temple, and talk to Father Amar. He will guide you and give you new life and new reason. Let the light shine your way. Among other things, you see there seems to be some sort of weird recruitment for like the nearby church. You see some other papers. You see another paper that says, have you got the skills? Have you got the talents of a slayer or the charm and the whisperer of a tamer? Then head to Third Ward Slayer office and ask for initiation. Seems to be another sort of recruitment sort of looking poster for a Slayer's office in the Third Ward. And then you see at the bottom there are these smaller papers stamped. These look more like the jobs that you saw in Hradinfaar. These look more like job posters. One of them says, or looking for any evidence of a witch heretic paying 50 gold per item found. And then there's another poster next to it that says, any rumors or any proofs of someone practicing their arcane and witchcraft, upon confirmation, you will be paid 200 gold. And then the third poster says, looking for some muscle, need help on the Shova Gate farm, 5 gold. And that's it. That's all you see on this bulletin board.
Okay. Veta was unable to find what she was looking for. All right. Taking a step back,
All right.
we'll basically lead the way. Is that the nearby person throwing out their trash?
You see someone throwing out a paper bag out their window.
All of that is lead.
So where we currently are the slums. It's called the pits. This is not where we should be. I'm going to try and see if we can get us to the marketplace.
Do you mean the Buyer's Promenade in the Central Borough?
Yes, Evetta wants to go to the Buyer's Promenade.
All right. You all hop on your horses and begin to trot your way to the Buyer's Promenade, or to wherever Evetta is leading you guys. And on the way, there are people just walking about. They're all wearing very raggedy clothes, very worn out clothes, disheveled, like unkept hair. You see people working, sort of outside market stalls. As you ride past, you hear, all sorts of things. Fresh meats, fresh fruits, fresh swords.
Nice.
Shiny trinkets.
Does the state of the city sort of like reflect the state of the citizens, at least in the slums? Like, does it also look like really unkempt and just sort of like downtrodden and like less than great living conditions?
For the most part, most of the buildings here look like shoddy wooden buildings, and it's not. I mean, it looks functional.
Yeah.
It's not like dilapidated. It doesn't look super like worn down, but it's not really. It's very ugly in a way. As you all ride past, you guys ride past a lot of knights. You're just following Evetta, and it seems like there's almost always a guard in your sight at all times. It's a bit not unsettling, but the fact it's so populated by guards is it's a weird kind of dystopia, I guess might be the word I'm looking for.
Is it like more or the same level of control that like Carmeli had? Or in Carmeli, is it sort of just like, as long as you're registered and good to go, like you don't really see that many knights like wandering around? Like, is it even more oppressive?
This is way more.
Huh.
I
guess, yes. Seth will just sort of idly say out loud, like, huh, I've never experienced homesickness before.
Yeah, and it was what you described. As long as you're like registered, and as long as you don't have like a watch assigned to you, you're more or less just free to roam.
I didn't know that there were places worse than home. No offense, Evetta.
Where'd you say you were from again? Wait, no, don't say it. Never mind. Never
I
mind.
am not going to say it out loud, that's for sure. I will message it to Evetta. Actually, no, I won't, because that's... Wait, is that on my... Hang on, wait. Is that on my cleric spell list or my sorcerer spell list? 1 second.
Oh, shoot.
Maybe I can cast this. Speller you. Nope, can't do it.
All right, well, you guys ride through. You guys just gonna follow Evetta right until she gets to the Buyer's Promenade, or you guys want to do anything?
Yeah,
over.
just like follow
Alright.
into the central borough.
Then about 20 minutes of just riding. The size of Daeston is kind of hitting you all slowly. It's 20 minutes. You guys are still in the pits.
Huh.
It is a large. This must either take up like 90% of the city, or this is a big city. By about 20 minutes, you finally get to a sort of large portcullis that is raised. There's a wall that seems to divide the district you're in and then the next district. And as you look at the next district, it immediately looks nicer. Not like rich, noble nicer, but it definitely looks like, you can already tell, like, wow, that area looks way nicer. You ride through the portcullis. There's some guards there. They don't stop you. You ride through. And yeah, two things immediately hit you. Everyone in the buildings look way nicer. People are much more dressed. Wait, what? People have nicer clothes. Wait, hold on. Wait. People have better looking clothes. The buildings look like there's more effort into making them look prettier. And there are way less guards around the area as you guys like ride through to the Buyer's Promenade. Another 10 minutes of riding. You eventually get to this large, sprawling sort of a market square. There's a big gate. Not really a gate. It's not like a walled off gate. It's just like some large pillars and then like a gate sign hanging in between them by some rope that says Buyer's Promenade. You see that a large thoroughfare follows through this gate, and at the side, follows through. And at the sides of the thoroughfare are tons of open stalls. You even see some like buildings dotting the area. There's like little different streets. You see people walking, mingling about. Yeah, you guys are now in the Buyer's Promenade. Let's
Nice.
switch up the mood.
Okay.
Sheesh! Oh my God.
Sorry, guys.
Zara, are you all right?
Sorry, guys.
The smell
New environment.
Yeah, the smell of like bakeries hit you. You hear the tinging of blacksmiths. You hear machinery running of like leather workers. You hear the sawing of wood. You hear talking. You hear the footsteps of 100 or more people walking in and about. You hear like the jingling of doors, and people loudly saying, "Thank you, and please come back if for more." And that's a lively marketplace.
I bet these people accept tips.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
So what do you guys do?
So yes, this here is the central borough. Basically, where I was from. If you guys have any gold, or if you'd like to purchase a few things, this is where you would do it.
Huh.
All right.
Banana.
Evetta looks at Zara and Dag. Do you guys want some new equipment?
Maybe. I'll take a look around.
Yeah, Dag, your great axe is pretty dinged up.
Yeah, it's been through many fights. Maybe I can go to the blacksmith. Maybe I get a repair on that, or just maybe a new one.
Seth, unfortunately, there aren't any focuses here, so I'm not sure what you would want from the marketplace. Maybe a pastry?
Would not presume to buy a focus in a place like this,
No.
but a croissant sounds lovely.
Seth, as you sit on your horse in the Buyer's Promenade, you look to your right, and you see where the wall that divides the central borough and the pits is. You see that wall gradually decline in height. And as it declines in height, you see a large and Evetta probably see this. Everyone probably sees this, but you guys see a large statue. You see it looks like the back of a robed female figure. She looks like to be holding an orb to the sky. and you look at the orb, and it pulses. And there's this very, very faint golden pulse shockwave that slowly travels throughout the city. And as it hits you, you feel the fatigue again. It passes through you, and you don't get exhausted again, but you're like,
Okay.
that's where it's coming from.
Huh. I'm not a fan of your big orb, Evetta.
I bet that was not there.
Excuse me?
That was not there when you left. Your big orb was not there when it left.
Evetta's just like appalled by Seth's response or remark, and then she realizes, oh, you meant that. Oh,
Seth just sort of gives Evetta a sideways glance, like, what did she... Never mind.
Oh,
I'm gonna go check.
wait.
I'm gonna go check that out, and I'm gonna ride my horse towards it.
I've never seen
Well,
that
the
before.
statue is behind a wall. It's behind
Oh,
like
okay.
the city walls. It looks like it's like kind of in the center of the city.
Got it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Would Evetta be able to?
Maybe.
What is it like? Is there any kind of like check I can do on this? I'm not sure what sort of check this would be.
Well, I mean, you know that that was not there whenever you left, and its effect is pretty obvious to everyone except probably Dag at this point.
Dag's like, I feel great. More
Dag's like-
bananas, please.
Dag gets this warm feeling that pulls through him every few minutes or so.
So do we feel? So do we all feel exhausted?
You all feel it. Seth feels it heavier than most, or you all feel it the same. Seth takes a little bit longer to recover from the fatigueness than Zara or Evetta.
I already need a long rest.
Oh.
Actually, can I try to intuit? Do I think that just resting it off will get over this feeling of exhaustion? Or as long as I stay in this city, will I feel this way? Or alternatively, and much more terrifyingly, will it get worse the longer I stay in this city? Can I try to intuit that?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Just a wisdom check, okay.
Just a straight wisdom check.
Nope. What does a 5 get me, boss man?
Well, that's funnily enough. That is actually what I set the DC to clean this.
Hey.
'Cause it's yeah, you definitely get the sense that you can sleep it off and you'll be fine. You'll be able to.
Okay.
You'll be fine. It's just that
Alright.
it was the sudden just
Yes, bam.
counteracting force that hit your soul when you entered.
Okay. All right. I still want to try to do magic, but I'm not going to because Evetta has told me it might not be wise. But
Evetta looks at the statue for a moment, and then draws a little circle with a line over her chest.
who's that lady?
That would be Luxia.
Huh. DM, do I know who Luxia is? I assume a patron of Daeston, but any additional data?
Yeah, her name is not Luxia. It would be the Silverlight.
Silverlight.
Okay.
Oh, you changed it. Okay, I gotta write that.
Yeah, you know the Silverlight. In Carmeli, it's taught that she is kind of the goddess of the divine.
Okay.
Seeing as you are a part cleric, you would know that what she means to just the average Joe. She normally means like she's like the mother. Most people believe her to be like the mother of all men and where
Okay.
life came from, but that doesn't really tend to stick outside of like human races.
Okay.
Most other races normally just see her as like, oh yeah, she's just like the goddess of the divine.
Got it. Okay.
For some, that's a good thing. For some, that's a bad thing.
Guessing Zara knows that?
There's an equivalent god that you know
Okay.
of.
Okay.
There's a similar god that kind of has the same vibe, I guess. Vibe, the word I'm looking for. Well, you're a paladin, so I'm gonna make you do a check for that. The equivalent god for you would be Pelor.
Taylor, okay.
Yeah, Pelor.
Now that we've sort of seen two different districts of the city, and we're in like also like a much more like hustle and bustle like market center, what is sort of like the racial makeup of Daeston? Is it like disproportionately human, or is it just that there's no Fey races?
It's mostly that there's no Fey races, but it does seem to skew towards human.
Okay.
Definitely seem to spot more human, but there are plenty of other races sort of walking around. But any Fey races seem to be like non-existent. This is the worst time. I just had it really badly. This is the worst time. Sorry, guys.
You're gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, Cephal just sort of like, just to the group as we're all just sort of standing there, just be like, "Oh, I really nailed the jackpot with choosing human, I guess." Place doesn't seem too friendly, Evetta.
No.
I could see why you would have not wanted to not be here.
Mm-hmm.
I sympathize.
Zara throughout this whole thing. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Stuttering.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that Zara throughout this whole thing like is purposely quiet because she's just like trying to take in everything because it is like a new environment and she's just it's even more foreign than where were we? Hradinfaar.
Hradinfaar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Just the immense disparity between the pits, the slums, everything looking all super run down. Then you get to the central borough where everything, it just looks like a straight up suburban area or something like that.
One thing that can be said for all of us that I think I'm sort of realizing as we stand in Evetta's hometown is that we all had, I'd imagine we all had good reasons to no longer be where we came from. And I find camaraderie in that, friends.
Good reasons is
Good
debatable in my case.
Oh, well,
Oh, really?
Think-
Well, I would like to learn more.
yeah, we
If
all
you're
have our
willing to share.
reasons. And if you're willing to share.
Maybe not now, but I think I have some people back in the old world if you
Okay.
need information.
Sorry.
That's why I wanted to get a bird.
Bird.
GM, are there any aviaries here in the central borough? The Buyer's Promenade.
Well, why don't we go find out?
Let's go find out.
Let's go!
Speaking of
everyone who
bird,
wants
let's
to-
see if I can find you a bird.
Yeah, everyone who wants to look for a bird, go ahead and make an investigation check.
A trade
Alright.
one.
Okay, I will help. I will help
Actually-
Zara.
Huh. Wait.
What?
Sorry, I just realized something. I don't know if this is a great idea.
Do you not want to
Alright,
look for the
Dag.
bird then?
Dag, use
No.
that dice.
All right, I'm gonna roll to see.
Yeah,
It's
let's
It's just
Oh,
one
boy,
d20,
here we
right?
go.
One d20, right?
Yep.
watching that
An
one.
investigation check.
All right, 15.
Sheesh!
All right. Whatever. Who else is rolling investigation check?
17.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Notice
You
how I
got an
roll
8.
high.
Thanks for the disadvantage, Ryder.
No problem. I got you.
Let's see if I can roll above a 10 all session.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, you all start scanning for birds. Dag, you are looking around. You don't find a bird shop, whatever that would be called.
All right.
Say, but you look through the window of a building and you look at the sign, and there's a sign on the top of the entrance door frame. It's a sign of like an axe.
Oh.
The title of this building is the dwarf's Kingmaker. And you look through the window and you see this very beautiful axe, great axe, that is in a display on the wall that you can see inside the shop. The blade is jagged. The blade is obviously made of it has like an obsidian color to it. The handle has like silver wrappings, and then an ebony kind of color, and then it has like a red sash tied to the bottom of it.
Well, if you want to hear it, I'm pretty sure Dad goes to the store.
Yes, I would have.
Oh,
For a second, I thought that we just skipped it. Yeah.
I was kind of waiting till you stopped describing it. I was like, so what am I supposed to say? He goes inside, go to the store. So Dad got a little sidetracked, guys.
Yeah, we'll come to you in a moment. Evetta, you look around for an aviary shop. You're looking around, and you just like, you say, well, there's not one around this. Whoa. And you see Zara has left. Zara, you are focused in, and you immediately find what you're looking for. You look into the window of a shop, you see like these sort of metal cages of all different types of birds. You see the name of the shop, the Winged Ally, and you immediately go straight for it. Evetta, as you're looking around, you don't spot where this shop was. However, you do see something that catches your eye. You see a shop that you've never seen before. You see the shop title is called New Ranger's Friend. And you look in it, you see some bows, you see some quivers. And on the back of a wall, you see what looks like to be, in a glass display cage, a flintlock.
Rifle?
No, just a flintlock.
Pistol.
Yeah. You look at it closely. Go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
As you're staring at this pistol, you realize it has a lot of similarities to your pistol. Like, almost down to the imperfections.
What? Evetta wants to investigate that.
All right. So, Seth, just kind of wandering around.
Honestly, for lack of anything better to do, I'm probably just following Evetta unless I can indeed find a place that sells croissants.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely passed by a few bakeries.
Bam, there we go. Seth's at a bakery.
All right, there was in their own little area. All right, so
I'll just sit outside and just sort of keep a tab on like where everybody went, and I'll find a nice little place to sit down and eat my pastry. Keep an eye on the promenade.
So, Dag.
All right.
You walk inside the shop and you look around. There's all kinds of beautiful weapons here. Cool looking long swords with ornament engravings. Short swords, daggers with beautiful sheaths. It's kind of, it's not shocking, but you're very used to very functional looking weapons, ones where it's like very clearly there's like no attempt for decoration, no attempt for like any sort of aesthetics on the weapon. It's just like you got the weapon and you got its sheath. Here you go. As you walk in, you see a sort of what looks like to be a dwarf. Why did I say like that? Dwarf, who's you can tell he's standing on a stool just so that you can see him above the counter. It's very clear that he's standing. And as you enter, he's like, "Welcome, brother. Take a look around. Ask me if you need any help."
Alrighty.
But you go straight for that great axe that you saw earlier.
All right.
You're looking at it closer, and you're inspecting it, and you see that on the axe blade itself, like towards the center where the sort of handle meets the two blades, there's like this engraving. It kind of looks like teeth that sort of follows the direction of the blades in the center. There, it looks like to be like a sort of like claw, and as you're spending a couple minutes staring at it, the clerk, dwarf dude who's behind the counter, shopkeep. That's what I'm looking for.
I see.
The shopkeeper sort of yells out, I see you've taken an interest into the blood axe. And you can hear him hop off the stool, walk towards your direction.
All right. How much for this axe?
Oh, well, I'll be honest with you. I'd tell you straight up it'd be about 200 gold, but I'm having trouble selling it. I think it's got too much of a scary look. The pansies around here can't handle it. So you know what? If you got 100 gold, I'll sell it to you.
I'll have to think about it.
All right. Well, think now.
Ah. By chance, if I don't have enough, is there anything else I might be able to do for you?
He sort of thinks to himself. All right. Well, you are the strong type, yeah?
Yeah.
Then let's see. I'm changing accents.
He actually just turns to a completely different
he just turns,
race, you know? He's a changeling!
Oh, you know what? I'll be the son of Grey Scub. If you don't know him, he's the owner of the nearby mines. It's sort of near the Cliff Teeth Mountains. Don't know if you've ever been there. Scary. Got lots of giants. Whatever. Anyways, my father owns that mines. I hear he's been having lots of trouble. I'm switching accents again.
It is hard. It is hard to maintain it.
He is having a lot of trouble. Some beast keeps riling up the miners. If you're taking a few, eating them right then and there. So tell you what. And so he sort of walks behind, saunters back behind the counter. You hear him sort of like rip some paper. You hear like scribbling, writing down. A moment passes before he saunters back to you, hands you a piece of paper. He says, "You complete this job for me. That blood axe is completely yours." And you see it says, "To travel to the Grey Scar family mines." It says to slay one bullet. Bullette.
Well, you got yourself a deal.
All right, and he puts out his hand to shake on it.
Right. Yeah, we shake on it.
You guys shake hands. Gives you a nice, like, hearty, strongman grin before he releases, and he sort of, straightens his back, hands at his hip, and says, "Well, anything else you looking for?"
That'll just be it.
All right. And you see him saunter back to the counter. As he climbs back into the stool to stand above the counter.
All right.
All right.
I'm just gonna grab that paper and walk out.
Don't you come back unless you've killed it.
All right.
All right, but you walk out. Zara.
What's up?
So you walk into the bird shop
Yeah,
and you're looking for a bird.
I am looking for a bird.
You see what looks like to be a female human with long white hair, and you see that she looks like to be sort of petting like a falcon, and she's wearing these very nice looking green robes. You look at her hand, and the hand is like gray. Like it's not like a normal like human skin tone. It's like gray.
Okay.
And as you open the door, she slowly turns around, and you see her eyes are just glowing white. You recognize it as an Asimar. Hold on.
Oh, they're pretty.
Yeah, Asimar are beings normally descended from celestials. They look like humans, but normally have the skin tone is a little bit more golden, or it's like silver. Same thing with the eyes, and it can be other colors. I think it can be like a jade color. And Asimar also have like celestial features from their celestial blood. You see that you can see very faintly. A little bit hard to notice, but you do see these sort of faintly glowing celestial kind of wings that are like that are folded in right behind her.
Interesting. Okay, I'll talk to her in Celestial, and then I'll be like, "What's up, Shadi?" Just kidding. She doesn't do that. Zara doesn't do that. Zara will speak in Celestial to her and say, "Good afternoon, miss. Do you guys have messenger birds?"
As you begin to speak in Celestial, she stops you and says, I actually don't understand Celestial."
Oh, that's awkward. Well, as I was just saying, good afternoon, miss. Do you carry any messenger birds?
Good afternoon. Yes, we do. And she actually points to the falcon that she was petting.
Oh,
You could also see, normally, as someone who's dealing with large birds, like, has, like a falcon's glove, right? She's got no gloves. It's just her robe in her hand.
me
the falcon
lucky.
is Excuse me?
sorry. In game.
In game.
Woof, woof, woof.
Hey, Sorrel, you joined at the perfect time, Sorrel.
Oh, Sorrel, welcome.
Welcome. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Zara has a type.
Yeah, she's got teeth for hands.
Awooga.
All right.
I like girls with hands. It's really nice.
Ma'am, I really like those hands you got.
I like women that have two things: hands and birds. Let's go.
For real. Can I rizz her up? Can I roll for rizzing?
No. This is your DM telling you no. You're a voice from beyond saying no.
Hey, girl, you handle a bird really well. What else those hands do? Yeah, where those came from? The birds or the hands? I'm in for it both.
For real. Miss, help me.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Sorry, about the bird, ma'am. Miss.
Yes,
Ma'am.
she says this falcon will run you 25 gold. It's a bit on the untrained side, unfortunately. That's why it's so cheap. So you'll have to do most of the training yourself. We can provide you with some of the resources, but I'm afraid you'll have to do the training yourself.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Zara's just hyperventilating.
Sorry.
He's really stuck on the hands.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm just that bird. I say that while Zara says that while looking at her hands. The bird.
No,
The bird. Oh,
What is
I like
going
the way you
on?
birdle a hand. I mean, handle a bird. Damn it.
yeah. I want to learn how to bird a hand like.
Can I handle your bird?
This is wow.
Sorry, I mean the bird. Oh.
What's a pretty hand like you doing with all these birds?
What was I? Why am I here?
Messenger birds, ma'am?
Oh yes. Oh, do you guys do just like the messages, not the bird, but just messages?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that we're strictly a pet shop. You can try your luck at the Guild Triangle.
You
Yeah,
are
that's
so
something.
convincing. I'll get the bird. You flatter me.
Oh, okay, well. Well, if you...
Bro, this is not even Zara. It's just me at this point. This is not Zara.
Well, if you just...
Sorry.
oh, jeez. They come over here and she guides you to the counter. And she sets the falcon down. The falcon sort of spreads its wings a bit and walks around. It does the thing, that
It struts.
that birds do, and they when they walk, they kind of like lift their wings a little as they walk.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you again, says, "That'll be 25 gold."
You said he's untrained. What about?
Well, it's not untrained in the like wild sense. He just has no commands that he knows. He doesn't even really have a name either. So you'll have to be doing again most of the training yourself. As long as I've had him here in the shop, he's been polite, but I've not had the time to train him. You know how it is.
It's unfortunate to hear. What about I take him for 17 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Wait, you should be good at that.
I should. Ooh, 19.
She looks at the bird for a second, sort of gives it, some scritches, and then she looks back up to you and she says, "Sure." 17 gold.
Thank you. Do you know where I could get paper? And a quill and paper and a note and a string. Yeah.
Well, there are many
Miss.
general stores around here in the promenade. If you want more specifically, maybe you can look for a library for specifically what you're looking for. I've come across a couple carpentry shops that also sell some paper. So
Got it. Thank you, Miss.
Yo.
Sorry, I just walk out. I walk out. I walk out.
Come back again. As you
I
walk out. With that hand. All right. Evetta,
That would be me.
you die.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
wow.
That's it. I perished.
No, you walk in the shop. New Ranger's friend. You look around. You see that the shopkeep is already talking to another customer. They seem to be talking about the build quality of one of the bows that are on display. And as you look around, scan around, you see right behind the shopkeep a flintlock that was in the a glass display stand. As you get closer, it really does look just like your flintlock. Like, again, it's extremely eerie how 1-to-1 it is.
Evetta puts a hand
Sorry.
on hers just to make sure it's still there.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, yeah. I got a 10.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
Alice, you think that's your flintlock?
Evetta just like idly wanders around a bit, waiting for the other conversation to finish before she approaches the shopkeeper. So she's probably going to take a look around at all of the other pieces of equipment that they have in the shop. Is it just bows? Is that the only
All
gun
right.
there?
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, it seems to be a sort of, Fletcher's Ranger Archer kind of based shop. A lot of high quality bows. The wood looks pristine. The string even looks nice. You're like, wow, how can you make the string look nice? Wow. The quivers look well made. The arrows have almost a perfect design. But yeah, you look around. That's the only other gun.
So Evetta probably wouldn't do this on purpose, but maybe eavesdrop a little bit on their conversation.
Okay, yeah. You walk a little bit closer towards the conversation, and you're jumping into like the latter half, and the customer says something of the sort of like, "Well, I'm pretty sure that's not from the Grove." The clerk tells us, "Look, man, I'm just the seller. All right, you go talk to Margaret if you're so concerned about the quality. Like, I can't tell you much, but you work here. No, that, and it's just this. It seems like an argument, kind of, about just the quality of a bow. It's not really meaningful conversation, basically. And then eventually the customer leaves, and you see the shopkeep sort of rubbing his temple a bit. For you, do you walk up?
Evetta wouldn't recognize this person, would she?
No.
Okay.
So do you walk up to the shopkeep?
Yes. Yeah, Evetta
Okay.
walks up, and
You
Missy
walk up,
says,
he says,
"So
he says, hi, welcome to New Ranger's friend. Sorry about that. What can I do for you?"
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I was actually wondering, what is that in that glass case?"
Oh, turns
And
around.
Evetta is also like angling herself a little bit so that her flintlock is not showing.
Okay. This right here, sort of puts his hand on top of the glass case, is the great design of one Gavin Sadesire. He says that he's been pioneering a new type of weapon. He calls it a firearm. And he basically paid me to display his creation. As you look at the flintlock pistol, That's your design.
So it's not for sale, is what you're saying.
Not necessarily unless you've. I mean, can't go wrong with the money if you got a hefty price. How much you willing to pay?
How much is it worth? Did Gavin say anything about that?
Well, just between you and me, he did kind of say it was priceless, but I think I'm willing to work out 250 gold. Can't go wrong.
So answer me this: could you describe Gavin to me? I've heard of a Gavin, but I'm not sure if it's the same one.
Oh yeah. Well, he works. He's under the commissionary. I believe. I don't know which guild he belonged to. I know he just worked under it. He's a kind of tall human male. Kind of has like a darker tanned skin with kind of ruffled, kind of curly hair. I don't remember what he wears, but that's what I remember.
Does he have any other sort of accomplishments? Or is this big reveal?
Well, I've not really heard of Gavin. I hadn't really heard of Gavin until he presented this weapon. So
did he even tell you how it worked?
I'm aware. No, probably for my safety.
I see.
But he did promise it is one of a kind.
And Evetta is just she's really trying her best not to sound too annoyed.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know if she's doing that good of a job on that. Does the shopkeep notice?
The shopkeep is kind of like, kind of has like this forced smile half the time as he's talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Forced smile. Before there's like a slight moment of just silence between you two, and there's like this weird tension where the smile just kind of drops into a confused face. But he doesn't look like he's picking up. This guy seems kind of dense, kind of honestly.
Okay, that's good. Well, it is a rather interesting design.
Yeah.
Have you never used you've never used it before, have you?
No. Once it went to that glass display stand, I was too afraid to touch it.
Where did you say he works?
Well, I know he's a part of the commissionary. That's what he told me. I think he may have mentioned what guild he was working for, but I honestly can't remember. I would guess the university, but everyone's from the university, right? So
Evetta's just like staring daggers at that flintlock in the glass case. Not at the shopkeep, but at the flintlock.
He sort of shuffles awkwardly in between your gaze and is like, "Hey, George with the gold. I can tell you really want it." All right, you convinced me. 225.
Sir, I will pass.
200?
Thank you. I will pass.
Well,
but this was really interesting. It's fascinating seeing what sort of new and upcoming technology actually emerges from all of this. But
yeah.
I thank you for your time. I will just leave you to it. I'll be on my way. Evetta just like briskly
come back if you change your mind.
Turns around and walks out, just like, son of a.
Yeah, it seems that you don't know if you may have. I don't know how, but it seems like Gavin totally stole your design. Seth, that's a nice bread.
Seth outside, and she just storms
nice
over
croissant.
to him without saying anything except like, "Oh,
I got you a croissant. You want a bite?"
Thank you very kindly."
No problem.
She just like violently bites into it too.
You look like you
almost hear her teeth just almost destroy each other.
Seth's eyebrows go up a little. He's like, find something of interest. Oh, good. We should, you can have the rest of that. Something in that shop.
Dag and Zara come back. Oh, the shop.
Just anything in that shop need addressing.
I found something rather interesting in the shop that I never thought would happen. I have more questions to ask. I just have to find the right person.
What time of day is it right now, DM? How long was their like little walkabout?
It would be about roughly afternoon at this point.
Okay. Well, we have plenty of time to go find all sorts of friends, or even enemies.
You gotta just glances at Seth for a second. Like,
You stand up, Seth. And you sit back down.
Can I regroup?
More coffee, please.
Yeah, Dag and Zara, you guys meet up with each other first.
Okay.
And Zara, you see Dag is kind of just has his paper in his hand. He's kind of just staring at it as he's walking down the street. But yeah, you guys spot each other. You guys meet each other. You meet up with each other first.
Oh, nice. What's up, Dag? Oh, wait, sorry.
What's your accent?
I didn't see that. Sorry.
Well, what's up, Dag?
What's up, Dag?
Hey, what's up?
Zara says, hi, Dag.
That's better.
yeah, is that actually better?
Yeah, what? All right, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Dag, you hear, hi, Dag.
No, not like that.
No, that's what you said it though.
Okay, hold up. She says, hi, Dag.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that was
All right,
way different. You're right.
To take 3, again.
Okay, all right. You guys meet up. Zara, you see, he has a piece of paper.
What is that?
I found a submission to do. No particular reason. It's just it'd be really cool if we did it.
What do we get from it?
Yeah, I'll tell everyone when we get there. Whenever we're all here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like my
All
bird.
How much was it?
17 gold.
Oh, Jesus.
17. That's not too bad.
I just imagine Zara's lips just going all over the place. So Zara's
confident and I'm
this
not.
would be a nightmare.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
as
gonna
you,
name him.
The falcon kind of moves
beef.
closer to your face, Dag. What? And it kind of... Wait, what'd you name it, Zara? I swear to God.
Beef.
Oh my days.
Alright, cool.
That's what Dag says when he hears that, by the way.
Oh
More now.
Oh my days.
Bro, this medieval language is really hitting.
But yeah, the falcon's face kind of gets kind of up close to your Dag, bites the tip of your nose, tries to pull it.
You sure this is a train?
Kind of. Well, the woman.
Interesting.
The woman that sold him to me said that he was partly trained.
Well, if you're gonna train him, I want no part of that. Good luck, though.
Thank you.
You guys meet up with Seth and Zara. Nope, Seth and Evetta. Right as Seth stood up and then sat back down as he realized, oh yeah, the stupid nullifying orb.
Hey, Zara, seen any interesting hands lately?
About that. The hand holding the orb is pretty nice.
Oh god.
Oh my.
So Seth
That
rose
is not my
16
orb.
pairs of hands.
But they're not celestial hands, so I'm chilling. I mean, Zara's chilling.
I mean, if I've got 16 pairs, some of them might be. I don't know. DM, do you have a hand table I can roll on?
Yeah, roll a D100 real quick.
What these hands do? No,
This is Zara's
in game.
In game, yeah.
In game, yeah.
With Zara and Dag approach, I'll take a seat as the orb seats me.
Right.
Fucking orb. And I'll remark, I'll be like, oh, each of you got something. One slightly more interesting than the other. Is that a bird, Zara?
Yeah, I named him. His name's Beef.
Hi, Beef.
Uh,
I'll put a hand out
Beef?
to attempt to give Beef some scritches.
Yeah, you hear Zara as some dude walking by laughed at that.
I break a piece of whatever Evetta hasn't demolished of this croissant. I break like a little tiny piece of it off, and I go to offer it to Beef.
Can I talk to Beef? I just realized
If you have speak with animals up
I
yet,
have speak with animals. I don't know if I want to waste a slot.
You can try. You want to go try?
I don't know. Actually, I don't want to wait. Well, you know what?
maybe not cast magic directly
Yeah.
in the middle of town square.
Yeah.
Regardless of, it might be holy magic, but I don't know how flagrant they are about us just casting things in the middle of town.
Got it. Sorry, Beef. I'll talk to you another day.
Talk to you later. TTYL, Beef.
TTYL, Beef.
Beef, yeah, Beef just sort of stares at you as you say that.
I pet him.
You offer him the croissant.
Yeah,
They
give him a
kind
little
of-
crumb.
He looks at it, kind of like confused, and is kind of tilting his head like left and right before he grabs it with his beak, and then
Job, B.
you see him slowly figure out, oh, this is food. So he eats it.
Seth, who probably spent like his fair share of time around like familiars and stuff, like back at the academy, is looking at
Yeah.
a bird, not understand how bread works, and Steph's like, what? How much did you pay for this again?
It just
did you
the
get a
spare
discount? I
parts-
hope.
I got a discount for.
Nice.
Wow. At the tones.
Sorry. So why am I doing this? This is not how Zara talks. Yeah, I did get a discount. I got him for a less gold than his original price. But the lady, though.
Who was the lady?
It's just this. This is.
Oh, she's getting flustered.
She's very. She's very.
It's like you
Yes,
asked her who's her crush
hand
when she was like a
She's
toddler.
blushing really hard.
This is Zara's secretly pretty woman. So she was nice and good with birds and
Jesus Christ.
she was
Zara,
nice.
do you
Why
need
don't
to
you go
take a
over there and
seat,
look at this
Zara?
lady?
I'm chilling. I'm good.
I don't think you are.
Guys, it's just been a while. Okay. Sorry.
Been a while for what, Zara?
Sorry, it's only noontime.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. I'm just.
Seth just sort of
my
looks at
God.
Evetta and says, I'm finding more and more reasons that it's a good thing that I went back to being normal, Seth.
Yes.
And
You're
Seth just
welcome.
drops it at that.
Are you a woman? Sorry.
Can you say that out loud?
No. Bro, I'm not a character. Hold up.
I can't tell anymore. Where'd the accent go?
I'm saying.
I gave up on that.
She's been lying. She's been lying this entire time.
Zara's been gone. She's been silent for the past couple days. She hasn't been speaking. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with it.
She's suddenly speaking in third person.
Third person. My bad. Pimp. Fam. Squad.
Sorry, why don't you
Alright.
sit down and have a glass of cold water? Dag, what did you get?
Well, I didn't really buy anything. I took up a mission instead.
Oh?
A mission?
Yeah. So found this dwarven axe place, and let's just say this guy's father owns a mine, and we got to go kill a monster.
Wait, so what do we get out of it? And Evetta
well.
gestures to see the paper.
Yeah.
You guys really don't get anything.
Excuse me?
Oh, so you're
Okay,
gonna
but-
go to a mine and go kill a monster?
No, like
Are
okay,
you doing
well,
that by yourself?
no, yeah, you guys will come with, right?
Dag,
that
is this
depends.
is this mine in town or outside of town? Because if it's in town, I can't help you.
It's
It's outside.
Okay.
It's outside of town. All right.
How are we gonna get back in?
Also that.
We'll figure that out when we get there.
I can't
But,
keep just turning into Grant in people's bathrooms and like bars unless we can find an inn to stay at overnight so that I can change without feeling like I'm gonna get arrested.
We can look around for an inn before we really start this mission.
Okay. I would also, I'd like to get some sleep before we go and do anything because, oh boy, what orb weather we're having today.
Lord, weather.
Is there any way I can help? Like bless, healing pool, direct, detect. That's not it.
So meta wise, the only thing that can really heal me is greater restoration or just sleeping it off.
Okay.
And I think Seth would probably know that because Seth has
Yeah.
lesser restoration, so like I would be aware. Like
I want
what
to
it is.
imagine. I want to imagine at some point Seth was pulling an all nighter for an assignment, and he was like, "Well, I just used lesser restoration," and then it didn't work. And he was like, "Well,
Well, more coffee it is then. Fuck it.
But yeah, so this quest, I get a really cool axe out of it. No, but keep in mind, it is worth it. Because normally the axe is 200 gold.
What's the quest, Dag? What do we have to do? Is this an errand, or do we have to go kill a dragon?
It's nothing crazy like a dragon, but yeah, we just gotta go to the mines and just yeah, DM, I forgot what it was called. If I'm gonna, I'm just calling it.
bullet,
So yeah, we
a
just
bullet,
gotta.
Bullette.
Vetta's got like a dozen. No,
Yeah, so we just have to go to the mines and kill the bullets.
do
And
I?
that'll be it.
Does Evetta know what a bullet is?
I was gonna say, can I roll to see if I know what
Yeah,
a bullet?
do we-
Seth probably does.
Yeah, can I
Do we
also
know what a
roll
bullet
to
is?
see?
I should have rolled.
Yeah, everyone who wants to see if they know, go ahead and make a history check.
Let's see if history's my thing. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I got
Oh,
an 8.
beautiful! I got a JC12.
I love rolling doubles with disadvantage. It makes me happy. 1 second, I need to see what my modifier brings it to.
Got a 13.
Oh my god, I think I didn't roll that dice.
You said history?
Yep.
17.
All right, you hear bullet, Evetta, and you're like, bullet, like bullet, like that I used to shoot. Bullet does not come to mind for anyone. Seth, you get the closest. You feel you swear you've heard the name before, but you're not picturing what it is.
Okay.
It's just not coming to you.
Okay.
Ask my bird. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud again.
All right, so what do you guys do?
Dag, do you know what a bullet is?
No.
No.
Evetta just throws her hands in the air for a second.
So you got conscripted to go kill a monster that you don't know what it is, and you're just going along with you to go kill this thing, and we don't get anything out of it?
But it's a free axe.
It's not a free axe. It costs approximately 1 dead bullet, and we don't know what that is.
Well, we'll figure out when we get there.
Said it was 200 gold to buy the axe normally.
Yeah, except he gave me a discount for it only being for it to be 100. I just didn't have that much.
Well, you could have asked us to pool our money with you.
But like, I'd feel bad. That's a lot of
Less
money.
bad than conscripting us to go kill a monster none of us know anything about.
But if you think about it, if we kill and find this bullet, we'll learn more about this area. And we'll learn about the mines. It's all about the knowledge and the experience.
The knowledge.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Originally offensive side-eye.
Oh my god. I feel like this needs to be a persuasion check. I'm not
I don't think so. That
Make a
seems
persuasion
unnecessary.
check.
Yeah, Dag. DM. I propose
There's no
persuasion
persuasion
check.
check Dag could roll against that
Yeah.
master of bullshit. I could possibly convince him based on the argument that Dag is making.
You know, also it'd be fun. You know, it's pretty fun
You-
idea.
Are sounding less convincing every time you make a point, Dag. I'm just
I
gonna point
don't
that out.
think we have the same.
Well,
Idea of fun.
all I'm hearing is we'll just fight this, kill this bullet, and we'll leave. That's what I'm hearing.
Evetta just takes a scan around the promenade and sees if there's like some sort of I don't know, maybe a leather worker or someone a hunter or something like that. Is there anyone around?
Oh, let's go say hi to your friend in the ranger shop. He might know what a bullet is.
No, I do not think so.
No.
No.
Nah.
No.
All
I
right.
got under your skin. All right.
You guys look around. Nope. Yeah, go ahead. Everybody who want to look for a tanner or a hunter, make investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh yeah, I got a
I got
6.
23.
Jesus.
I got a 16.
I legally can't make that.
I see. But if you think about it, you're a changeling. I'm just saying.
That is a changeling. I assure you that I am not. I am as white as this Roll20 background.
That's all right. I see some yellow in there.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. This guy.
No, did not say that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, 23. You almost heat-seeked a hunter. In fact, you found both what you were looking for. You see looks like it's a kind of tanner who has a setup outside. You see some leather, some hide on a rack. You see a wheel. And you see he's talking to, looks like a ranger. The ranger has like a bow. You approach the tanner. Looks like to be a female white dragonborn. And
How many
the
hands?
hunter.
Oh yeah, how many hands? What do they look like?
The hunter
Hands
looks like the hunter. The
Hunter
looks
or
like
Hunter.
Hunter is supposed to be a human with sort of pale skin and long blonde hair. Yeah, but your approach, they seem to be in the middle of a conversation. Before the dragonborn notices, you approach Evetta, and she says, what can I help you with today?
Good day to you, ma'am. Do you know what a bullet is?
They're both the hunter and the tanner can sort of give you a shocked expression. Why do you? That's fine. A bullet is a underground sort of burrowing creature that has natural armor on its back and its head. It's a very dangerous creature.
They're just big puppies.
Why do you ask?
A burrowing creature. Is it? How large is it?
Oh, very large. Taller than any one of us here, just standing on all four.
Are they known for being aggressive?
Oh yeah, they're very territorial.
Evetta glances at Dag.
Like, just looks away, at the sky.
There's almost like a worried look on the hunter's face as he's telling you all this. You guys aren't actually looking to hunt one, are you?
Let's say
No,
we
I think we are. I think we are. And I'm looking at Dag the entire time.
I just gotta look at the sky. It's looking like a sky right now.
That's pretty blue. It's a nice sky.
Yeah. It's got a
It's got
sun.
clouds.
Yeah.
From on a scale, from 1 to 5, how dangerous is this bullet?
Well, I think that would depend on how much you value your life, or how much you rate your own hunting prowess. For me, as someone who's been in the game for over a decade, I'd rate them about a 4.
A 4. Evetta just
Ah,
like
Balance
well.
rating for?
It's not those types of creatures aren't really my expertise. If you want to hire some help, I'm sure you could find Beastmaster Associate probably that could help you.
I feel confident in Dag's abilities.
Yeah, Dag, you got this. I'll bless you before you go. Just
Alright,
straight away.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. I believe that'll be it.
Right? Yeah, no problem.
Evetta just does like stares at Dag for a second, just like throws her hands up. Like, what?
If that is the I guess meme, but just guess. Well, how about we stay the night in Daeston, we find Harvin, you get whatever information you need, we learn what we can about the town and what's transpired, and where we can go from here to suss out our own sort of means to an end. And then in the morning, when I'm hopefully feeling better, maybe we nip out to the mine and go kill a bullet. And then when we get back, I will use my prodigious charisma and hopefully all of my limbs to leverage getting us more than just a single axe.
I will join you in that.
I like the sound of that, Zara, and who knows, maybe we'll run into somebody with some nice hands.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
How does that sound, gang?
That sounds perfect.
I bet it
Like a
does.
plan.
Yeah.
Evetta, does that work for you?
I think so. It's just Evetta still cannot get over the fact that Gavin stole her design.
Does Evetta let us know? Because we can look into that.
Evetta doesn't say anything. She's not
Okay.
sure whether to bring it up.
We have some time. Is there anything else that we want to do while we wait for your friend to show up back at that tavern in the slums? Anything you'd like to do now that you're home, Evetta? It's only midday. We still have plenty
I
of
am
time by the sound
actually
of it.
Amelia Tinsley. I'm sorry, I don't know who this Evetta you're talking about right now. Let's go. Let's go this way.
Zara just follows.
Yeah, I also just followed.
Evetta just realizes that she's out in like public. Doesn't really want anyone else to. Anyway,
Wait, you've been
You know-
Seth, just like completely not playing into it. You've been using your real name this whole time.
You know, the blood axe starts with B. You also know what else starts with B? Bananas. I'm just saying. It all kind
Alright.
of lines up.
Ring,
Guys,
ring, banana axe.
Guys, can I confess? I sent Ryder a picture. I actually did eat a banana.
Oh my god.
oh my
It wasn't good as well.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I don't recommend.
All right, where are we going, Evetta? I mean, Eliza Timsley or whatever the hell.
Eliza Tinsley.
I just, Ashley Tisdale, what did you call yourself?
Yeah, Arcane Caster is what you called yourself?
Oh.
I would never. Brandish my holy symbol.
So, Ryder,
I took off my
What?
robe and wizard hat.
I might have some bad news.
You gotta leave.
I don't know when.
All right. Well, you guys have the rest of the day. Do you guys just wait until around the time you think that this Harvin fellow would show up, or does
Okay,
anyone
out
else
of-
want to do something specifically?
Out of game question. Did Evetta actually mention that she doesn't want to go by her like real name? I couldn't tell if that was jokes or not because of the fucking act.
It was she didn't explicitly say it, but she did say that she doesn't know who this Evetta is. It just walks off.
Okay. I think Steph is smart enough to pick up a hint, and then we'll sort of follow along.
What was the name you wanted to be? Amelia?
I think we said that she didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, yes, sure, yeah.
You know, all this time I feel like I maybe wasn't teaching you the correct things, and maybe disguise should have been a priority.
Yeah. Evetta's just really trying to find just a spot that doesn't have as many people around. I'm not sure where that would take us, honestly. She's just kind of like making her way towards a spot where there doesn't seem to be a lot of people.
We can go.
Okay.
We can just go rent a room at an inn. Like we can just go rent some rooms because we're gonna stay overnight anyway.
Okay, yeah,
And then we can
do that.
talk in like absolute privacy.
All right.
Good question.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. Question.
How many Scorch King / Kingdom things have we seen after crossing?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
actually,
I've been wondering that
how many have
too.
been in? How many have been in town?
You've not seen any Empire Knights per se. You've not seen any looks like anyone who is associating themselves with the Empire. But anytime you see the Daeston banner, you see the Empire banner as well.
Okay.
Is there any kind of like propaganda for the Scorch King on like? Oh, I guess there wouldn't be. You only said that there are only banners around. Ah, darn.
Yeah, you see just banners around now. Yeah, there's not much information. There doesn't seem to be. No one's really openly talking about them. You don't see any symbols or flags of them hanging from like houses or buildings, other than the tall flagpoles that are near like gates or near like government buildings. Yeah, that's it.
Do you know where we can find like a modestly priced inn so we can talk in private?
I'll be honest. I haven't really rented any inns here in this district, so I'm not sure.
All right, let's go look around then, I guess.
All right, you guys wander around, and I mean, it's not the hardest thing. You eventually come across an inn called the Breeze Hearth. You walk in.
What district is it in? Is it in the sort of the main promenade?
It is still within the Central Borough district.
Okay.
Though it is away from the buyers. It is away from the buyers promenade, and so you see much less bustling activity. It's a lot more quiet around this area. But you talk to innkeeper. He's like, "How can I help you today?" And you rent a room.
Okay.
How many room for how many people?
Do you? I'll look at Evetta and Zara and be like, "Do you want to get 2 rooms? Do you have rooms for more than one person? Multiple beds?"
We have room all the way up to 4 people.
Oh, perfect. We'll take one of those then.
Okay, that will be about 5 silver.
Pretty good.
I want to test this. I slide a whole gold across. I say, "Keep the change."
You slide the whole gold across, and he looks up at you. He looks around if there's anyone else. He's like, okay, I keep change.
Is that weird?
Is this some like social?
So bizarre. Does he give us the key?
Oh, give me 1 second. And he sort of reaches down underneath the you hear like something being pulled and like a chest opening and then like the rattling 4 keys, and he lays out the 4 keys. Here are keys for everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Have a good rest.
Have a good
My-
evening.
My biggest hiya.
Hiya.
Oh Lord.
The moment you realize you're playing with a bunch of Asians.
I knew that going in. It's just I'm just sitting here like, I'm the odd man out.
But you look at the room number on the key.
420, nice. That's the sex number.
But you eventually find the room, and you guys. It's a rather large room. It's very nice. It doesn't need to be said, but it is better than Seth's house.
Well, yeah, my house is a crater in the ground now.
But yeah, do you all have 4 doubles for everyone?
Is there a bathroom in the thing?
Yeah, there's like a separate room, sort of bathroom washroom equivalent. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, how nice is Daeston? Is there running water?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold up. I'll just say to the party, excuse me, and then Zara goes to the restroom, as do I, Queenie.
Oh, that's
Does the bird come with?
role-playing dedication, right? Real verisimilitude.
Evetta just like plops onto the nearest bed. Just like releases this sigh.
You didn't tell me that Evetta
Very
was your
comfy.
real name.
Well,
It would have
you
been...
know, I never thought I was ever going to come back, honestly.
That's fair. Truth be told, I don't plan on going back to Carmeli until I plan to liberate it, so I guess I get it.
You know, I actually did not know you were from Carmeli. And now I feel horrible for letting you
Don't-
come here.
I don't see why you would. You didn't know that they had a big evil orb, and I didn't know they had a big evil orb, and frankly, under any other circumstances, this is probably the safest place a Carmeli fugitive could go to hide, barring the fact that I'm weakened simply by being here. But it's not like any Carmeli knights are going to find me. It is a good thing that you told me that elves aren't welcome here, because that would have been awkward really fast, but nothing to apologize for. Sorry I wasn't more upfront sooner about being from Carmeli.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Would you like to share why you left?
I've probably pieced together that I'm not the fondest of their, we'll call them governmental policies. And looking at Daeston, I can see that the other side isn't all it's cracked up to be either.
Most definitely not.
I had suspected as much. Can't say I'm a fan of the way either side does things. And I left because I wanted to try get together a group of people to maybe one day make it a better place for everyone.
Ah, so you're the one who wants to take initiative.
Yes.
I see.
I do
You
not
see,
enjoy the way that people are persecuted.
I did not have a plan. I wanted out of here as soon as I could because, well, as you know, I'm an artificer. And about a year ago, they enacted some sort of bill that actually crushed artificers' careers into the ground. So, there was no reason for me to be here. I lost someone dear to me, and I lost my career. So I never wanted to come back. And that's why I still use my real name outside. And now that I'm back here, I'm not even sure if anyone would recognize me. That is one of my biggest fears. If someone recognizes me, I don't know if they'll throw the law at me.
How did you leave?
If
Did
I
you
just
get, like-
pauses and looks down. Let's just say illegally.
Okay. I'm not exactly on the right side of the law myself. And Seth pulls out the warrant that had Voltus on one side and all the other names on the other side, and points to a name. It's not Seth's name, and says, "That's me." They have a warrant for me.
What?
Do they not hunt fugitives in Daeston, or once you're out, do they just not care to pursue you? I suppose that's one thing the Carmeli sort of have up on Daeston, if that's the case.
If it is just like taking a while to respond, she's not really sure.
Zara is outside the bathroom and listening.
That's right.
Listening for a while.
You know, I suppose they don't actually look for us.
Well, I
For one
suppose it
thing,
makes sense.
they didn't. You know, I don't think they actually knew I'd left.
Yeah. Well, it seems to me like they have tighter security on the inside, and that once you're outside the walls, they maybe don't care as much. Whereas where I come from, it's a little more carefree on the inside, but once you're out, they try to rein you back in really quick.
What the?
Okay.
What?
Hello, Remington?
Nothing?
Oh, I'm not on roll 20. I just...
What the heck?
Nothing? Everything's fine.
Oh my god.
The fuck? Yo, what are Remington's hands look like?
Oh no!
No, sorry. Getting back on track. On
Right,
track.
right. Back on track. So now I'm
So-
wondering, when did you realize I was from Daeston? Was it because I said something?
Would have been around the time that I learned Grant was from Daeston, I believe. You might have let something
Oh.
slip. I might have picked up on.
Right.
In any case, I tried dropping hints that I was from Carmeli. It is what it is. You can tell that Seph's very, like, nonchalant about it. Like, once it's all out and about, like, he's very much just like, it's out there. If you wanted to, like, turn me in, you would, but I don't think you will type thing. Just very much like, is what it is.
Wait, so that thing that you do, you keep saying it's not magic. So then, like,
Nope.
what? So that's not your real. Does that mean you
No.
can change into a woman?
I lived as a woman for 32 years, he says, like, thinking about it for a second.
Evetta's eyes just widen. Like, wait. Oh.
Being a beautiful elven woman in Carmeli gets you more or less anything that you want.
I can imagine.
How long has it been since you left Carmeli?
Hey DM, how long has it been since? We ruled that I lived in Hradinfaar for about a month, but presumably I would have left Carmeli for a period of time before.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't have immediately stumbled across Hradinfaar. Yeah, I would just say, what's the age of Seth?
Seph's 34 currently.
Then we'll say that he was gone for a year or two.
Okay. Yeah, I've been traveling free from Carmeli for about probably around 2 years now, I think.
That's some time.
That's just fascinating. So I only know Carmeli is to the north. What did I? Oh! What the heck is that?
Hold on.
Oh no!
There we go.
It's the barkeeper.
It's the barkeeper. The barkeeper just appears at the window.
This is for trying to leave me a tip.
Okay, well.
But yeah, it's not magic. It's just a property of me being me. No, this isn't my real face. Technically, the person I was in Carmeli wasn't my real face either, but I've been that person more than I've been anyone else, so who's to say who the real me is? And he just sort of just like a little shrug when he says it.
Huh.
It's all me, more or less.
And what did you say you were?
Changeling.
I've never heard of that. Does anyone know? Has anyone else ever heard of a changeling?
DM, have I heard of it?
DM, have I heard of a changeling before?
Dag, hard no. Zara, nah.
No, bro.
No.
Sorry. I thought I was chill with it. Oh, never mind.
I was chill with it.
I thought I was comfortable around it. I didn't know I was.
You've seen many different races, but you've never seen a changeling.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Seph will sort of go on to say, like, I could appear as anybody that I want to appear as. The only people who have ever seen me in my changeling form are my parents. I grew up in Carmeli and lived in Carmeli as an elf.
Seth, go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
Okay. I don't like the sound of that.
Meta-wise, I don't know how I almost drank out of my glass with the one with my die in, not my one.
18.
Gotta drink some dice,
18. Something catches your window. What? Something catches your glance in the window.
My window!
Something catches your glance in the window. You look down and you see more of those orcless figures. Except this one in particular has a blindfold. And they're currently interrogating, looks like a group of people who have their hands up. The orcless face is facing you, and you can see through the blindfold these yellow pupils kind of appear behind the blindfold. And they scan through the people, sort of shining this intense like ray on them, and then it disappears.
Outside in like the thoroughfare?
Yeah,
Outside, in, like,
outside on the thoroughfare.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Ooh. 18.
You recognize
Damn.
that as you recognize what this oraclist is capable of is true sight.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no!
Do I see Seth
And this-
freaking
this-
out?
Yeah,
This
do we
this
notice that?
What? Yeah.
This spell, not spell. Sorry, this oraclist looks old. He looks very old. So
Okay.
just as a clarifier.
So this isn't like an all oracless thing, possibly.
Yeah, no, the oraclist, the first oraclist you saw that walked in the tavern did not have a blindfold.
Got it. Okay. Are they looking in the? This is just happening like out in the square. Are they like looking
Yeah, you
towards
see-
the inn that we're in, or are they like facing away?
At this point, it catches everyone's eyes. You see, there's a group of people who are kind of out front, diagonal to the inn. So they are kind of looking in the direction of the inn, but they're not exactly looking at the inn. It's just the inn just happens to be right behind the people.
Cool.
You can see
Get
as he
Oh.
finishes the true sight, you can see he kind of like slumps back and then rubs his temple. There's two knights behind him, and they sort of catch him before he falls. But as he looks through, he points to the people. You see, he yells something, and then he sort of flings his hand pointing out to the sideways. You can see that two more knights sort of get behind the people who are sitting on the ground with their hands up, and they roughly grab them, and they storm off in a direction. You can see that the direction they storm off, you see in the distance there appears to be like a gallows.
Does Seth like abruptly stand up at this point?
Yeah. Seph's like in the middle of talking and just like chatting like we have been. Stops. Stares out the window like he's witnessing a first-degree homicide, gets up and closes the blinds without saying a word,
What's wrong?
Evetta's just like thrown back, like, wait, what? Wait,
and
what
then
happened?
pulls the curtains over the blinds, and then
Seth,
grabs the
are you all right?
heaviest shell. No. Hey, those guys with the blindfolds and the bleeding eyes. What are those exactly? What do they do?
Does Evetta know what rank who they would be?
Yeah, no, yeah, you've seen them. I'll say that for the purposes that there was a kind of not really a scandal, but an event that happened at the university where one of the students was practicing an extremely dark magic that dealt not only it was basically like desecrating corpses and defiling them. You saw one of these guys pull up. They are known the High Imperator. It's the second highest rank in the Oraclists. They can essentially force the truth out of anyone. That is at least what you know. You don't know how they do it, but you do know that it's almost intimidating. It's very scary. Even if you've done nothing, it's a very scary. If you see one walking, and they're signified by their blindfolds, beaded necklace, and then the same closed bleeding eye necklace, but much more sort of ornate. If you see one, someone did something bad.
I see. Okay.
You see Evetta. At the sides, sort of behind the Oraclists and the Knights, there's a group of 3 kind of nuns. They all appear to be women. They all have their hoods over them, and they all have these silver masks. And you can see they each carry 3 blades. And they have a rope around they have like a kind of belt. They have a sort of pauldron, like one pauldron on there, or some have like both pauldrons. One has like, and some of the others have like just a pauldron, just a shoulder. You see on their chest 3 curved blades pointing down and sort of angled together. As they enter the thoroughfare, everyone backs away. Even the knights give way.
Wait, is this like before Seth pulls the curtains?
I assume.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Did Zara see?
Well, everyone's probably watching at this point. It's kind of hard to.
Oh, I thought it just happened so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, Steph would have attempted to do it quickly, but
But I mean, yeah, as you're watching, you see that one of the Legion Knights who were carrying one of the offenders, one of these hooded female figures points at him. And the knight kind of nods and drops the person. You see one of the figure that told the knight to drop the person. Looks like she reaches for her sword, when that would be probably around the time that Seth
Okay.
closed the blinds.
yeah. So Steph just gets
Oh.
up, closes the blinds, fastens them shut, pulls the curtains over the blinds.
Were there any religious
lifts the bed
symbols
up onto the
that
window.
Zara saw?
I mean, there's religious symbols everywhere.
I assume it's all the same ones that they. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you've been seeing the same ones. However, none of them you know, because they're all New World religions. So you can think of equivalents for ones that you know back at home, but none of these you know like firsthand.
Okay.
So yeah, if we come across those guys, let me know, and I'll put my hood up and try not to die.
Evetta's heart just sinks at the sight of a High Imperator. She
Do you
doesn't
know-
recognize those nuns, though.
Do you know if they just like walk around casting True Sight on random people, or do they need a reason to cast True Sight on random people?
As far as I know, they need a good reason for it. Someone
Okay,
probably
cool.
reported those people.
All right, so no more changing in Daeston, unless
Yes.
we're in locked rooms. Huh. All right. Well, before that happened, I was going to offer if you'd like to know the person that I was, but Steph's like visibly rattled now.
It's okay, Seth. You don't have to. Just lie down. Just lie down.
It's fine.
We
I'm
can-
great. Are you good? I feel great.
I'm. Sarah, are you all right?
I'm okay.
That's how you do it.
We're confused, but okay.
No, I'm fine. If they don't have a reason to cast True Sight on me, it's fine. Also, if I'm not actively casting arcane magic, it's probably fine. Just
I would
sure,
hope so.
maybe fey creatures aren't the best looked upon, but maybe they'll just be a little racist towards me and move on.
You guys hear this sort of ghostly wail outside the direction of where that whole event was taking place happen. It was like
that
this, you hear this kind of like death wail before it fades out.
Yvette is very tempted to take a peek. She's just like, who are those nuns?
You didn't recognize them?
No.
Against my better judgment, maybe we should go. You should go see. And I'll stay right here.
I'll come with you if you choose to go.
Yvette is just torn because if she steps outside, she has no idea if she'll run into someone. She doesn't mean to run
Zara,
into.
you might be one of the only people here that could freely walk around town. You and Dag just living it up out there.
Yay!
Yeah, let's live it up, Dag, with my bird.
Yeah, the falcon is kind of
Alright.
pecking at your hair, Zara.
Oh,
It's like
great.
grabbing it and pulling it.
Great. I try to.
Yeah, punch it.
No! No! I try to motion him away from my hair.
Zara, whatever
the
you
freak?
do, don't get near those nuns.
Understood. This is a toughie. Oh, she doesn't say that. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll be back. Dad, you wanna come with me?
Uh-oh.
Dag.
Dag just fell asleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
Dad.
right.
Let's go outside. Touch
All
some
right,
grass.
let's go explore.
Let the party.
All right. Zara and Dag, you walk out. As you walk out, the ghostly wail is like getting louder, and you see one of the nuns had plunged her blade into the chest of this individual, and you're seeing kind of like the middle of it, but you're seeing skin, armor, clothes, hair, muscle, nerve system, all just evaporate. And just demolished before the skeleton is just laying there. But as this is happening, you see these black spirits with like red eyes sort of fleeing, kind of escaping the body. But as they try to flee, they kind of get sucked into like the sword that the nun used on this individual. You can feel like the force being exerted. Her hood just comes like flying back. You can see that she's wearing a silver mask. No, what her face looks like, but she's completely bald. At some point, the now skeleton collapses to the ground, picked clean of anything that isn't calcium. There's nothing else on the skeleton.
Wow.
What
One
did
of
I
the,
see what they looked
one of-
like before they became a skeleton?
I mean, not a good look, but it was a general glance. It looked like to be okay. You know what? We'll make a retroactive perception check.
Okay. 12.
They looked like a mostly human. They looked like a female human. However, could have sworn you saw pointed ears.
Okay. As Zara kind of sees this woman's dead body, well, actually just her skeleton, she grips her amulet, the symbol of Abyss, and she just mutters to herself, Abyss, please guide this soul.
One of the
And
other
then-
nuns. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, what's up? That was it.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, that was it.
No, go ahead.
No, that was
Go ahead.
I
What do
did.
the nuns' hands look like?
Oh, yeah. No.
They have gloves.
What kind of gloves?
Oh my god. Okay. Right. Yeah. You see one of the other nuns looks like to be a bit larger. She picks up the skeleton, sort of slings it over her shoulder, before she turns around back around to the crowd. Then she pulls out her sword and waves around and says, "Everyone, go back to your business." And everyone's like, "Okay." Everyone kind of awkwardly resumes what they were doing. You see the knights carried the other two people that weren't obliterated to the gallows, and you can see there's already some bodies like hanging on the gallows. And one of the nuns picks up that skeleton, and then they walk off in a direction and eventually disappear.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to do anything.
I fight. Just kidding. No. Nope. I'll just go back up. Well, Dag, what do you?
Me?
Dag really wants to do that mission.
Yeah. I just want this axe, man. I'm gonna be honest.
God.
Well, inside Evetta turns to Seth. Do you need me to get you anything?
No, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm great.
Sure. I could tell that. Well, I've never seen you like this before.
The timing of discussing the fact that I'm a changeling while somebody is persecuted and murdered in the streets for possibly the exact same thing is mildly unsettling. However,
Is it the same thing? Oh.
presumably, I don't know why else you'd cast True Sight on random civilians. Shook me a little bit, but I'm determined to not let that completely throw me off my game. And you can tell his speech is like definitely much shakier, like noticeably.
Evetta's guilt meter is just climbing.
No, it's good. It's fine. Anyway, yeah. True form.
No, yeah. I like your hometown. It was just how they murdered people on the streets that caught me a little off guard.
Oh, it's lovely here. We got an inn near McDonald's. It was great. 5 stars. 5 stars on Yelp.
I just wish I knew who those
Dag.
nuns were. I just don't recognize that symbol. When did that even happen?
Looks like a lot has changed in the year or so you've been gone. Makes me nervous about what Carmeli's like. If your home can change this quickly in only a year.
Would you be opposed to coming back to Carmeli? Because I would like to go, but
I mean, Seth would be more than happy to go to Carmeli, but I definitely cannot go back as the person that I was. Unless we want a
That's
real
it.
free ticket inside, because nothing will get you guys inside faster than bringing in a fugitive. That'll fast track you right in, I bet.
Zara will make her way back upstairs, or not, wherever our room is.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think after Dag witnessed that, I think he's gonna go back also.
Dag's like, cool.
Cool. That's a cool sight.
Neat.
Neat shadow.
No issue.
But all right, yeah, you guys, you head back.
I'll
Eventually,
report
you
everything.
guys, you guys see Zara and Dag rejoined you guys.
What'd you
They
discover
did
outside?
what?
Yeah, they sucked the soul out of a girl.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, it was what happened, but I just realized what it sounded like.
Oh.
So her soul was taken out of her body and brought into the sword, per se. And she seemed to, if I believe and if I saw correctly, I think she was elven. An elven woman. Elvish? Elven?
They
Same thing.
obliterated an elven woman here. Oh, and no wonder why.
So I'm beginning to feel that being an elven woman here is definitely a bad choice, and I'm glad you talked me out of it.
You should try
Me
it.
too.
You should say you should try it.
I'm kidding. That wasn't Zara. That was.
Nice.
Zara just said KYS. I'm like, God damn. All
You know what, guys? She actually wasn't kidding.
No.
Yeah, guys, KYS in game.
In game. You know,
No. No. That is not what I was going for.
but
So
it
it's
was
just like-
applied.
I just love the dichotomy of no, I was an elven woman for 32 years. What's happening out in the street to that elven woman? Oh God!
Oh.
You know, outside. Did someone say elven woman?
Yeah. Good Lord, what's going on in there? Public executions this time of year, this time of day, localized entirely in Daeston city streets. May I see it?
So was there nothing left of this elven woman?
Yes.
Her bones.
No, it was their bones and their
Her bones?
Her bones. Well, her bones were there.
Why was they? Oh.
They had two other fugitives, I guess. But I didn't really get a good look at them.
Oh, so it was only the elven woman that they struck.
Yes.
I wish I knew someone I could ask about this.
So
I
yeah,
have an
Harvin,
idea.
huh?
Harvin may not actually know.
Okay.
Well, then again, he is an underrunner. Wait, what time is it at the moment?
Yeah.
It's approaching evening.
Approaching evening.
Not quite there yet, but yeah, sun is past noon at this point.
We're still on to try and find Harvin in the evening. Anything else you
Harvin.
would like to do during the day?
I have some questions for some other acquaintances. I'm not really sure where they would be. Let's see. Well, how about let's switch topics for a second.
Turtle.
Zara,
Yes.
your god Embis. Could you tell me more about them?
Good. Sorry.
Can't you, DM?
Just kidding. Yes. Can I, DM? Can you send me the screenshot of the description? DM.
What are you?
Can you send me
I
the
think new
screenshot?
lore's about to drop.
Yeah, we're about to a new lore update.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what you would probably know. Embis is an old world god, first and foremost. You've not seen any symbols here in the new world that are dedicated to him.
Mm-hmm.
He may not even be a god that's worshipped outside of Irvinga. You don't know. However, back at Irvinga, at the church that you went to, you were taught that Embis was the god of justice. It was the god of protection. And it was a symbol that lesser folks, per se, would look up to in times of strife.
So that's Embis, guys. All came from me.
So an old world god of the judgment?
No.
You would wager the god that judges souls in the in limbo before they are sent to either to a heavenly plane or they're sent to the nine hells.
Because I think I did a religion check on this when Zara first mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because I had a bunch of notes on this.
The god that judges, the god that you know is called the Watcher.
Is this old world, new world? Who's you?
That's old world. You.
Okay.
You.
Me. Okay.
You're trying to imply that your actions are being judged, that what you do is not unseen. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows
He
when
knows
you're
when you're
awake.
awake. He knows if you've been bad or good.
He knows bad or good.
So be good for
yeah,
goodness sake.
He wears red. He's got like these tiny glasses. He's got rosy cheeks.
Climbs on your chimney.
Make sure you.
He rides dragons.
You always leave cookies and milk outside. As good.
For the watcher.
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the symbol of Embis?
It's a feather. Mr. DM, fact check.
The symbol of Embis is it's kind of like a triangle that's pointing down.
Like a
that
big
points down.
isosceles.
Yeah. That has a cross in the center of the shield. It doesn't touch the triangle. It's just in the center. And it's like not like the Christian cross, like the plus sign, like a plus sign, like in the center.
Oh.
Okay.
Does it look like the shield from the original Zelda?
But yeah, it's more or less supposed to represent the long triangle is supposed to be like a shield shape, and then the plus sign is the sign of the god, the actual god that governs Embis. I may have misspoke because Embis is a deity, not a god. I mean, to mortals, he might as well be a god, but on the sort of metaphysical plane, there would be like a difference. But yeah.
So that is Embis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time to explain. Because I
You're
realized
welcome.
I never actually looked into it.
Wow. Just kidding.
Okay.
Sorry, something's wrong with me today.
Miss those hands.
It's got
Never,
open for the rest of the session.
Never mentioned it.
So then, Seth, who do you worship?
I don't worship any particular god.
Oh, wait. Are you not a traveling priest?
I am, but I worship the concept of order and justice itself. I don't align myself with any particular deity. I sort of worship the balance of the multiverse.
I mean, now that is actually interesting because I'm not sure of many people who worships an abstract concept. I've always heard that they follow a deity of some sort, some god.
Well, if you think about it, and he pushes up his glasses. No. He says,
Well, actually.
the way that I've always looked at it is, what are gods if not manifestations of specific aspects? You have gods of the sea, gods of the sky, gods of time, gods of learning, gods of magic. I more or less cut out the middleman.
I see. Okay.
So it still helps me in my disguise, but I think it suits me a little bit better than pledging myself to any one particular deity.
Dag, are you
Do you have
still
any-
thinking about that boulette?
What?
We're gonna kill it in the
No.
morning, Dag, I promise.
So, guys, if we fall asleep now, we can wake up in the morning.
But what about?
We still
Evetta
need to meet.
and-
We still need to meet Harvin.
Yeah.
I still need to find him.
I guess that's true.
Do you have any additional leads you'd like to follow up while we're in town, Evetta? I've noticed, I'm not trying to pry, but we're just sort of letting everything out in the open at the moment. I noticed your family wasn't on the itinerary of things you wanted to do, but is there anything else you wanted to sort of look at while we were here?
Evetta kind of like looks away when you mention family. Well, I have a couple of friends, but I actually don't know where they would be. I was hoping Harvin would be there to lead me to them, but
We can go to the inn and wait for him if we have nothing else to do.
the tavern?
The tavern.
That's true. Are you guys hungry?
I'm down for a
I
drink.
also apologize for that croissant. I
I could go for
saw
some
something that I wish I didn't have, but well.
I think that makes two of us today. Actually, did Zara mention getting a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sev's not one for alcohol, but Sev's like, yeah, that sounds nice, actually.
All right, let's make our way then.
All right, back to the tavern. How was the 4 silver just for one night, DM, or the 5 silver, whatever it was?
Assumedly, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We can always re-up in the morning. I gave the guy a big enough tip. He'll be cool with it. Yeah,
well,
let's...
You guys make your way back to the tavern. It is most certainly evening now. And as you guys are walking down, you hear murmurs of people conversing about the event that transpired. Just a couple, maybe not a couple, about like 30 minutes ago now.
Can we perception check what they're saying?
Yeah, I definitely want... Like, I'm going to slow my trot.
Yeah, anyone who wants to purposefully like listen in, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, darn it, I got a 10.
Woo!
I might as well roll.
Wow. Ooh, 11.
You said perception, Ryder?
Yep.
Oh, great. Because I just got a 15.
17.
Okay. It's a bit difficult. No one is really giving actual answers. No one is actually like, they're just like, wow, you see what happened earlier? Dag, you do hear a key word. You hear someone say, a drow right in the middle of our streets, right under our noses. Assumedly, this person was referring to the person that the nun obliterated.
Oh, okay.
And Seth, you hear someone mention something about, wow, I've never seen a 3-blade clergyman before. And that's really the only key thing you pick up from the conversation.
Okay. I assume the name means nothing to me.
Yeah, you're like, huh. Yeah, it doesn't ring any bells. You guys stop at the tavern. Or actually, it'll be a while before you get back there, so you guys have like time to discuss.
Yeah, Evetta didn't hear anything.
Yeah, Evetta and Zara did not
anything?
glean anything.
I overheard mention of a 3-blade clergyman. It's going to be a question I have for your friend Harvin.
As in the events yesterday? Or were they referring to something else? Oh, not yesterday, sorry. Earlier?
Yes, yeah, earlier. Yeah, the women, the nuns, I'm assuming.
Oh.
So
Evetta just kind of trails off, a little lost in thought now.
Yeah. We'll have to... I'll be asking Harvin about that. What about you, Dag? Did you hear anything?
They just talked about the person who had got killed by the nun.
What did they say?
They were just shocked that even happened. That's really it.
Is Dag purposely leaving out the part about them being a drow?
It seems like it. It seems like it. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys make your way through back to where you saw the Fellwater Tavern, and about 15 minutes later, of steady trotting, you guys find yourself at the tavern. Park your horses. You walk inside. This time, it's much more lively. All 4 tables are already filled. You see a couple of people. You would have saw this as you're coming in. You see like a couple of people who are standing outside, kind of just like just drinking, leaning on like the walls and stuff. You walk in. You see that the bar is almost full as well. There's even one dude who's just standing at the end of the bar. He's simply talking to his friends. And to the very far right of the bar, the back of a red dragonborn, kind of wearing just like a tank top. But it looks like it's just a regular shirt, but the sleeves are ripped off. He's got some shaggy breeches, and he's got some, looks like very worn out shoes. But Evetta, you recognize that to be Harvin.
Is he asleep, or is he still just like busy drinking, or whatever it is?
No, he's just drinking.
He's just drinking. Okay. Evetta carefully walks over to him, and as she gets a little bit closer, she puts her hand up in front of her, kind of like making a little defensive maneuver in case Harvin doesn't recognize her for some reason. and
Okay.
she gently pats his shoulder.
Okay.
Oh, DM dice.
The ominous sound of DM days.
You pass by the tables, and you gently pat his shoulder, and it's a very gentle pat. So Harvin, it wasn't aggressive. So Harvin's kind of whips his head over to his right, but he can't see all the way. He goes, and then you see him lean back, and he fully turns around, and you see his expression going from like mildly irritated to just like eyebrows high as the sky. The widest eyes you've ever seen.
Dragonborn with eyebrows.
His jaw,
right?
How
his jaw
exotic.
kind of his jaw kind of his mouth slightly agape. As he sees you, he says, "Well, I'll be damned." He's just kind of shocked, and he's just kind of goes like, "What are you doing back here?" He kind of grabs you like kind of like pulls you in for like a.
Yeah, side hug, bear hug.
I forgot what it's called, because he basically he pulls you in like by the neck and like rubs like the top of your head, like his knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what that's called.
Yeah.
I want to say noggin. I was like, that's not it.
Is it called a noogie?
A noogie.
Yeah,
A
it's not a
noogie.
noogie. Yeah. Wow.
Noogie. Yeah.
Knocks off her hat.
Faces. Yeah, starts giving you a noogie. And then he notices he's about to say something. He's like, I thought, and then he notices the rest of everyone else. And he's like, oh,
I am at the bar.
No, same. I want to drink.
I
Oh, yeah,
have
that's
had
why
a
he-
day.
that's why he notices you guys. He
Oh, okay.
there's only one seat next to him,
Oh.
and all the other seats are completely filled.
No, that's
Um,
fine. I just wanted to get a drink before I went to go do anything else. I had a day.
But I mean, yeah. But I mean, he sees you guys. You guys were walking with Evetta, so he looks around. He says like, "Oh, who are these?"
Well, first off, it's honestly good to see you again, Harvin. We've had a bit of a day.
I can't believe you're back. I mean,
Me neither. Honestly, me neither. But,
I can't tell if this is a good or bad thing.
well, I suppose we'll have to see. I'm leaning more on bad, but
I was gonna say that does not sound good.
yeah. Harvin, do you happen to know of a good place where we can maybe sneak away for a bit? We can talk privately.
Ah. Of course, he turns to the bartender. Oi! And the bartender's like, "Oh." And the bartender sort of walks over and he's like, "You can't do that." He's like, "Oh yeah, whatever. Here. I need the attic one, please." And the you see Harvard slaps down like a gold piece, and the bartender kind of is like, okay, follow me. So he takes the gold and sort of gestures for everyone to follow.
Can I get my drink to go?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask for a whole wine bottle.
You don't have time.
Ooh.
Unless you don't want to go at the party.
No, I'm going to the party.
I'd rather go to the party.
I was gonna steal
well,
a drink.
yeah,
from
you guys-
someone, but I'm good.
Steal a drink.
You see that you guys follow Harvin, who in turn follows the bartender. You guys see go to a back room, and Harvin sort of you see Harvin sort of grabs like these mugs. She's like, "I'll be just a second. You go ahead and follow him." So I assume you guys followed the bartender.
Mhm.
Okay. The bartender sort of leads you down into the basement. You see the cases, all these wine cases, or not wine, all these beer caskets. And you see him pull out a key, and he like lifts the bottom of a candle and puts the key in and turns it, and you hear one of the shelving units like shift. See, he pulls the key out, puts it in his pocket. The bartender says, "Well, I assume you're good friends with Harvin, so I suppose I don't mind you all seeing this." And he sort of pulls the shelving unit open, and you can see this sort of like lounge room is revealed. There's like it's not as nice as the manor, but it's nicer for like what the pit is.
Mhm.
There's like a couch with some kind of spotted feline fur thing. It's like a sort of like a stretched out hide of some slain beast, like that's kind of on the entrance. Little table in front of the couch, and then chairs around the couch. Enough chairs and enough seating space for everyone, basically. As the shelving unit opens, you see Harvin sort of also arrived downstairs behind you guys, carrying about 5 mugs, and he says, "Well, everyone, go ahead and have a seat. Come on now." And he sits down. Everyone else sits down, I assume.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll take
He lays the mugs out for everyone.
Yeah.
the seat closest to the door.
Sure. Here, let me. You know what? That's why we have Roll20. This is kind of what it looks like. So this seat, this right here, is the couch. This is the table, and then this is the extra chairs. And there's some other stuff in the room. There's like a counter. There's like some wine caskets. There's a door, a closed door that leads somewhere else. You see, Harvin sort of takes a big sip, big gulp of his mug before kind of almost slamming it down and says, well, welcome to the lounge of the Underrunners. I hope I can trust you all.
Well, I would hope so, because they're with me at the moment. Harvin, let me introduce you to everyone. This here is Zara. She hails from the old world, and she's starting a new life here in the new world. Perfect
Rad idea.
timing. Yes, indeed.
Zara bows her head a little, like dips her head a little, and says hi.
Oh, fancy.
This is Dag. He's a survivor of a
Asleep.
horrific terrorist attack on a small town, which we will probably get into in just a moment. And then over
All
here, this is Seth, my current mentor. Don't get any funny ideas. This is strictly professional.
Seth clears his mug and slams it down. Oh, I feel better. I've had a day, Harvin. Nice to meet you.
He's honestly one of the
Harvin's-
reasons why I'm still alive, and the reason why I'm even standing here in Daeston right now.
That is a good kid. I'm sure you know that.
Seth, you see Harvin's, so he has like a slight smile. As he gets to you, the smile ever so slightly drops.
Bitch.
And you can see he scans you, and you can tell he's really focused on your garments. You can see he's looking at your wrists, he's looking at your neck, where like your necklace, like where necklaces or pendants would be.
Yeah.
He didn't do this to anyone else.
Made them myself. Fine quality, don't you think?
Harvin, it's okay.
Well-
He's fine.
Nice to meet you too, Seth. Well, you've got one hell of a story to tell if you're back here of all places.
Indeed. So
Sort of leans
question
back.
number 1.
Well, shoot.
What on the Silverlight's radiant trousers is the Scorch King symbol doing here?
Oh yeah, that's been a real pickle to untangle. That is not a phrase. I made that up. I'm gonna be honest. I've been trying to figure it out myself. I can't tell if it's a good or bad thing, frankly, for the city. And as far as I know, my life hasn't changed any at all with their involvement. I will say me and the boys, we have caught a lot of them more on the outskirts of Daeston. I don't know if you know this. I don't know where you've been. But in case you weren't aware, Daeston is planning a war with Carmeli. And there's been a lot more military camps, outposts, patrols, whatever. A lot more around now. We've spotted scorching knights closer to these outskirts. Not really seen. I don't think I've seen a single one inside the city. So, as best I can tell, I think it's just some outsourcing for muscle, but no clue.
So
I
we're
don't know.
essentially collaborating with these monsters.
Sure.
Okay.
are we the one instigating this? So you're actually saying we are the ones who are actually instigating this war?
As far as I can tell from the runs that I've been on and the things I've heard from the other members, as far as I can tell, some nobles are pretty upset. Still pretty upset at the war, so they decided funding for this empire, if I recall. And it seems like they're mostly, if they were any diplomatic, I think we would have seen that by now. But it's all knights. It's all grunt and sword.
Well, as far as we know, they've been nothing but death and destruction. Unnecessary death, by the way, because we have seen 2 instances of them destroying innocent villages right outside of Basella. It doesn't seem like they had anything to do with Carmeli, so I'm not sure why they even attacked those villages in the first place. In fact, you can actually ask Dag for information because he witnessed it firsthand.
Sort of looks over to you, Dag.
Yeah, one of the villages that they had attacked, it's called Durstwood. I was trying to make a living there, and out of nowhere, we were just bombarded by these mountain raiders. They burned it down real quick. I was only able to kill a couple of them before I had to flee for my own life.
So, what y'all are saying is that we've made more room for outposts?
Is that what they're doing?
Sounds like it.
Are they
Where
really trying to expand Vesellan territory?
I know that's been a very, how do I put it? Constant thought on the mind for the Legion.
What are
I
your
definitely would
thoughts
like
on the
that.
war, Harvin?
On the upcoming war or the war that has already happened?
The upcoming war against Carmeli?
I hope I can make a profit out of it.
How do you personally feel about these scorched earth?
If they can make me money, I'm all for them.
Has Evetta touched her mug at all?
No.
I go for Evetta's mug. As I just sort of went
Yeah,
on
it just like waves it off. Yeah, you can have it.
And I don't break eye contact with Harvin as I go for it either. I just sort of like grab it, and I take a swig.
He doesn't bring eye contact either.
Uh-oh. Evetta doesn't notice this. Oops.
I had a question, Harvin, old new friend. Do you know anything about the 3-blade clergy?
I know a
real
bit about
creepy
them.
looking ladies.
I know a bit about them. Talking about what happened earlier?
Yeah, what happened earlier, but also just sort of who they are and
Yeah, so
where they sort of fit in here.
As unfortunate, we actually knew an individual who was utterly torn apart. She was an elven woman, and she was doing a lot of jobs for us, but she was specifically a drow, and that meant she was built to sneak around, almost as like she was just designed for it. I don't know. Silverlight decided, hey, we're gonna make the sneakiest person to ever exist, and she brought in a lot of goods. Things were flowing nice, but well, she messed up. She got caught in one of them. She got reported, and well, we had to keep the Underrunner family alive. We had to throw her out. We couldn't risk that, you know.
So who are the 3-blade clergy?
They're basically like the assassins for Daeston.
Oh. That explains why I've never heard of them.
Yeah. No, they don't like to show their face around. They even got those weird masks. It's a little creepy. They try to operate in secrecy, but sometimes they got to come out to the surface and do wild stuff like that. Make a whole display of somebody.
Or I suppose they're making an example of her.
Yeah, that'd be my
Alright.
guess.
Have they always been around?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I've just never encountered them. Or seen them until recently.
You know what? I'd consider that a good thing.
I suppose nobody's ever had to throw one of their own out to the wolves before now. Big sip.
Evetta is starting to notice the bit of tension.
Hey, I'm just can't have mess ups running around now. Bad for business.
Anything for the bottom line, am I right?
Sure.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
Sleep at night. Nah, in game.
Got any rooms?
No, we have a room. We're fine.
All right.
Yeah, we're good.
No problem then.
Appreciate it.
You have any
Any
other
more
questions,
questions?
Evetta? You said you might have some other things you want to look up on while we're here.
I do have a couple of other questions. Have you heard from Caserly?
Who's that again?
She was the one of my friends, an Asamar.
Oh, yeah, her. Okay. Well, I mean,
Not sure if you've heard anything
you know, me and
about
her didn't get along well.
Yeah.
I don't really. I mean, I'll tell you what. I found out she's been trying to get into the three-blade clergy. If that's any
What?
bonus to you, yeah. I know, but I can't. I don't know if she's actually won now or if she's made significant progress. I don't even know what she's doing right now. I'm sure you can still find her somewhere in one of those temples in the borough. I'm sure she's around somewhere, but I can't say I keep a personal tab on her.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So then, what about Gavin? Have you heard anything about Gavin lately?
Well, I heard that he decided to quit from the university.
He dropped out?
Yeah, he said he wanted to pursue something new entirely. But
Something new. Did he ever mention what?
I'm afraid not. You know what I did find though? I did do a couple runs that happened to be near his house, and I happened to go inside. I did find a lot of blueprints, a lot of schematics for an interesting. And he sort of looks at you, and he points to your hip. Weapons that look just like that.
Indeed. I just
now,
learned
it
today that...
doesn't take much to put two and two together. He stole your stuff.
Frank... Betty just takes out her weapon and just examines it for a bit. Frankly, I have no idea how he even got a hold of my blueprints. I thought I left them in... Well, now I don't even remember where I left them.
I'm no help there.
If he somehow snuck into my dorm, first of all, creep. Second, that's just rude. What? I want to know what he's doing with those blueprints. Because...
As far as I can tell. Well,
I don't know if he has good
I can tell
intentions
you
with
what
them either.
I can tell you what, he's definitely got money on the mind.
Do you think he's developing it for the war?
He sort of looks to the ceiling and sort of sees little things a little bit. You know what? I wouldn't put it past him. He would be the sole producer of a new firearm for the army. Shh, that's gotta rake in big time. I wonder what benefits you would have out of that.
Where is he working at the moment then? Does that mean he's actually a part of the Dawn Crusade?
Well, I don't know if he actually is selling them to the army. As far as I know, he doesn't leave his house much. Last I checked, he hasn't even shaved or kept up with his hygiene, I think. Last time I saw him, he had to actually, when he actually walked outside of his house, yeah, he was very disheveled. Almost looked like he could belong here.
That's alarming. Perhaps I will visit him someday. Not now, obviously, but...
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, huh? Well, your compatriots have any questions?
But this is the DM question. Where are we? Daeston? Is Daeston landlocked?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not technically. I mean, actually, kind of, yeah, actually. Wait, no, yeah, it is.
Okay.
Well, I mean, kind of not. Well, it kind of is.
Oh my god. So it doesn't have its own port. Is that what you're saying?
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Have anything to ask?
No other questions? Okay, I have a couple of more. I'm very sorry, everyone, for holding up your time.
Shoot.
Can I get another drink? Really,
Yeah,
rough
sure.
day.
Can you get me a bottle of wine, please?
You see, he sort of walks up to the door, not the door you guys came in through, but the door to the side. Sort of bangs on it 3 times. And you see, he just kind of stands there and waits a little bit before you see the door kind of aggressively open, but like slightly open. And you see this kind of a figure appear kind of in front of Harvin, and you hear him say, "What do you want? I'm in the middle of something. I need 5 more mugs. Have I told you to stop asking me that? I just come on, man. Come here. Come on. I'm a good friend. Come on, just hook me up." You hear the door like slam, and Harvin walks back to his seat. We're fine. We'll get drinks. We'll eventually get drinks. So, you got some more questions, Evetta?
I do. Did Brennan ever successfully escape?
Yeah, Brandon, huh? Well,
He was the one
Let's
who was
just say-
following me.
let's just say Brandon is gonna be in Daeston forever.
What?
Well, they caught him, and not soon after they performed a house search. Seems like he, from what I was able to find out, he seemed to have a lot of arcane relics stashed away. Probably more as just trying to honor his heritage in a way.
Oh,
But
I thought I told him to
That's-
dispose of that.
that's not how the law will see it. Yeah, I'm
That's
afraid
rather
he's.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's not gonna be leaving Daeston ever.
So are you saying he's actually 6 feet under, or is he in prison?
Yeah, he's gallows swinging.
Oh, would have liked to have been able to at least talk to him one more time. Let him know that I'd never forgotten, but I guess not.
You can see Harvin is kind of like kind of looking away and sort of rubbing the back of his neck. You can see it looks like he's kind of like thinking about Brendan as well.
Yvette is trying hard not to break down at that moment. Okay, so switching topics then. How about the family name?
I thought of a
Footwell?
question. I thought of a question.
sorry, that delivery just caught me off guard.
What? No, this third one, it's great, Harvin. Thanks. So
I have a question. Yeah, I have
What's
a
with the
question.
ball?
Just say it. Sorry.
The ball, and I'm just pointing indiscriminately, like towards outside. The big ball.
Oh, he's talking about the orb that Silverlight is holding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Silver
that
balls.
was installed. You know what's funny? What's funny about I want to say that you somehow inspired a surge of runaways right after about you try to run away. About almost it seemed like everyone suddenly wanted to run away. And so they thought this might help. Basically, they created this large statue of her holding this orb that basically pulsates every couple minutes or so. A large shockwave that nullifies any magic. Like any magic.
Oh, that explains
Now, as far as I understand,
it.
Even
as far as I
holy magic?
understand. Oh yes. Now,
Huh.
as far as I understand, it's specifically. Look at me. What I do is run around and look at things for a living. But as far as I understand, I think what I've been told is the way it works. It doesn't target equipment or per se, which is a really big loophole, a big hole in the whole idea when you think about it. It mostly targets the ability to cast within oneself in general, and it's so strong that again it affects all magic, even the holy light goodiness magic that the sheep can use. They have to wear these specific bracelets that cancel out the nullification and allow them to cast their magic.
Harvard, you seem like an astute businessman. Where would one get a bracelet?
As far as I know, you have to be a high-ranking member of the Imperial.
But a man of your means surely could obtain one.
I am sitting in a dark, musty room in the slums of a broken city. I can maybe get you one if I wanted to kill myself along the way, I think.
KYS, Harvard.
Well, that explains why it's never mind. That explains why we all felt something.
Yeah, if you've got no... Hold on, let me search up this word. If you've got no... Well, I'm not gonna use the word. If you've got no ability to cast magic, you've got no arcane soul in you, then, oops. Well, that's fine. Sorry, nothing happened. I accidentally Alt F4'd my Firefox tab. Hold on, guys. Let me, whoops.
Harvin's pulling out his laptop.
I was just imagining this big, like, hulking dragonborn with these tiny little, like, spectacles on, like, a little itty-bitty, like, MacBook. Like, oh, 1 second, y'all. I Alt F4.
Whoops, hold on. Hold on, kids. I'll Alt F4.
Goddamn laptop.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter.
You know, the Wi-Fi connection in these basements is real freaky. I think that
we live
right
right
outside. Be blocking my Wi-Fi.
We live right outside the range of that stupid dang tower. I tell you what. Yeah. What was I talking about?
So you're saying that orb was actually installed after I left? Right after I left?
More or less right after. I mean, it took a while to build, set up. But yeah. I want to say it was not long before you all showed up. I think they installed it.
Oh, I see. If most of the people were artificers who ran, I wouldn't blame them.
You know what was more surprising is that they managed to get it working first try. I'm saying that thing of mess with that scale could have easily broken. And at some point, who knows? Maybe it could have done us all a favor and destroyed the city, but it didn't.
Did they ever mention who the architect was? Who was responsible for this whole project?
I mean, I don't know what it is, all right, but the statue gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. So I've never really looked into it too much.
Okay, that's fair. Because the last thing I would want to learn is that my father had a hand in it, you know?
That would be real touch of irony, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So anyway...
Oh, hold on. And he sort of stands up, and then he briskly paces through the door that you guys came from, and he closes it. Seems like he had something to do. But you guys are alone to yourself in this underground room, lit by a hanging brazier.
So Harlan's the same as always.
And the counter.
I apologize if he's made any one of us, or any one of you, uncomfortable.
I don't like that he let that woman get killed, but, maybe that's just me.
No, I agree with Seth.
Yeah.
I had no idea that they had to do that. I can see why, but I don't agree with it either.
That should tell you right away that he'd be willing to sell out any one of us if it made him even a single piece of gold.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure he's a good person, but
he was the one who helped me escape.
Did it make him money to help you escape, Evetta?
I have no idea.
No.
I was the one who broached the idea. I was joined by my friend, Brennan. And we almost made it out until Brendan got caught. From there, I have no idea what happened after that. But Harvin
Well,
was
if
the one
we-
who led me through the underground. Basically found
Gotcha.
a hole to basically bypass the wall. That's how I got out.
I feel like we're nearing war. And
I feel like we're already there.
it may sound selfish, but I really need to know what's happening in the old world. I can't believe that the Scorched King would try to gain power in the new world before he tries to gain power in his home continent. I feel like something's not right.
Oh, that's right.
my
The Scorched
home.
King did originate from the old world.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
but he was-
they never seized power in the old world?
They were ousted from the old world, weren't they? Maybe they're trying to make, second best prize over here.
Oh, I see. And they're
Maybe.
collaborating with Daeston.
They must have something else that they want over here, possibly to help them back over in the old world.
I have no clue who to trust anymore.
I'm just wondering, what sort of advantage does Daeston have at this point? Is it numbers? Seth, would you say that Carmeli would be able to handle this large-scale army?
Daeston on its own? Probably. Daeston with the Scorched King? No, there's not a chance.
And the Scorched King is known to have dragons and wyverns. Same thing.
The thing that piques my interest is I feel like the reason we're not seeing any Scorched King members in the town, in the city, is that it wouldn't be unheard of for Scorched King acolytes to use magic. So it's possible that they're distancing themselves from Daeston because of this. But then that begs the question, why would Daeston ally themselves with known magic users that also worship a dragon god,
Exactly.
dragon king?
I'm also confused about that.
It seems like, their morals and what they deem to be acceptable only go so far as trying to fight the Carmeli. And that they're willing to make exceptions if it gets them what they want, which is just more land. Look, I'm no big fan of Carmeli, but I don't exactly want a war to arrive on Carmeli's doorsteps because more good people will die than bad if that happens. On both sides.
Yeah, they're just destroying people indiscriminately, it seems.
And I
You're
can
in the way,
guarantee
you're
you,
dead.
I can guarantee you, once the Scorched King is done with Carmeli, Daeston's not gonna last much longer after them.
Most likely.
If the Scorched King's gonna operate over here the way that they tried to in the old world, the second Carmeli is dealt with, they're gonna turn right around on their old pals. And Daeston's probably too blinded by getting what they want to even realize that.
Arvin's not back yet.
No, Harvin is.
Seems like it's taking Harvin an awful long time doing whatever he's doing. And I'm not going to say that I don't feel safe being in this locked room with only one exit, but it's maybe not the best thing.
I agree.
Yeah, what's the door made out of? Just wondering.
I don't think it's
Wood.
locked.
Oh,
We
Is
don't
it?
know that. We don't know
I'll-
that.
yeah, we don't know that, but
I'll get up to check the door.
All right, as you get up to check the door, Harvin comes back and
Great.
swings the door open, almost hits you right in the face, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna have to. Who's that? I don't even know who Jesus is. I'm sorry."
do religion, guys. Do religion.
Yo, the Christianity patch sucks.
Listen, I'm gonna have to ask you all to follow me. I think Y'all may have tipped off some bad people. You've got knights looking for y'all.
What?
Shit.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Someone may have looked at someone of y'all wrong and just decided I don't like them. But knights are. It's just knights. It's just knights. No monks or anything. But I think we need to start making a run somewhere else.
I want to insight check this motherfucker.
Okay, go ahead.
Not. Can I insight check him too? What the fuck is that? Oh wow! I'm a little too. I drank a little too much. I got a
Well,
4.
if it wasn't a disadvantage, it would have been a nat 20, but it's only a
Ooh.
16.
16. Okay, and
Got a 4. A little
4?
too much beer.
yeah, there's like a sense of urgency across his face.
No. What I'm trying to see is when he specifically says somebody must have tipped the knights off. Maybe somebody didn't like the way one of y'all looked. Is he revealing a little something there?
You have no idea. He looks like he's giving off like a sense of urgency, and like serious like we gotta move. He closes the door behind him. You see that he locks it. The lock is on your guys' side, so he locks it, and then he runs over to the other room, to the other door that he knocked for drinks. He starts banging on the door. Dude opens and answers. Harmon's like, "No time, we gotta go." And he just swings the door open and he gestures you out to like, "Come on, let's go." And that's where we will end the session.
All right.
All right.
Yay.
Darn it. I didn't get to ask the last question. All right.
All
Boom.
right.
That's the best I'm getting it. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Next session, we'll finally
Well,
fight the
hold on,
boulette.
That is
It's baby.
assuming. Oh, well, I'm still doing the accent. Yeah, probably next Tuesday. Let's just do next Tuesday.
Right. Adios.
Adios.
All right. See you all later.
All right.
GG roll.
See you guys next session.
Bye,
Next session, indeed.
everyone. Next session.